10:30 p.m. You know where your kids are. Well, hopefully they're not listening to this show. It's Alex Nigger, co-host Off the Rails. Along with me is the...
Shouldn't be this hard.
The queen of quintessential knowledge. All right?
Oh, I like it. Good save from forgetting who I was.
I'm working on it here. The Duchess of doing stuff. I mean, that's just a given, though. I mean, everybody's favorite libertarian, you know.
Especially in Hernando and Orange County.
Oh, well, all over pretty much. Danielle Alexandria, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Doing well?
Yes.
The king of the T-shirts. Let me just say it right now. The king of just cool-looking T-shirts.
Are you a little jealous of his T-shirts?
No, not right now. Maybe in a year I will be, though.
Because this one is actually in black, although it is not long-sleeved.
Yes. But, I mean, I might go back to a short-sleeve mode, and when I do, that I would be like, oh, man, I want that shirt. I'm gonna have to go get some black long. I'm gonna go find some other black long sleeve ones.
You need some with like pictures on it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get some with. I want to get some with pictures on it.
So and anyone who doesn't know, the official uniform of Alex Snicker is black long sleeve T-shirts.
As of right now, it is.
Right now, currently.
You could have a bylaw change possibly that could change that, but as of right now, that's standard.
That's a veto
procedure.
proof.
I bet July in Florida will change that.
No, it doesn't change it.
Really?
You weren't around last July in Florida when I was wearing the same thing?
It doesn't change it at all.
Actually, it definitely won't because this actually is very thin.
Yes.
Like this one that I'm wearing right here. Like, Greg, take a look at that. Like, go feel that.
Oh, that's nice.
It's very thin though, right?
Is that velvet?
what is that, velvet? Oh, we're still at Greg's introduction, by the way.
Yes, we are in the middle of Greg's.
Let me get back to Greg's
introduction. We're bogarting Greg's introduction.
Yes. All apologies to Chief Bogart, by the way.
Who is a police chief.
Yes.
In our city.
Nice guy. The Duke of Disaster. The Prime Minister of the Sinister. Greg Bowen, how are you doing, buddy?
Spectacular. How you doing?
You doing well?
Thought I'd help him out on that one.
Yeah, he was having a little trouble there for sure. Doing great.
Good. I'm really glad to hear it.
So much build up.
Well, I know.
Now
we were talking. Now we were talking.
Yeah.
Now we were talking. Well, hold on. I'm gonna get right to it. Let's get right to it, guys. Let's do it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask you a question first, Danielle. When's the last time that you had almost like a perfect meal day?
You know what? Honestly, I don't know.
You don't remember, right?
I don't remember. I mean,
there was never one good enough to man, that was a really good meal day.
No, you know? I mean, I've had phenomenal meals. I've eaten at some of the best restaurants, in several different states. But I couldn't tell you a day where all day long was just a phenomenal meal day. You know what? Maybe in Vegas.
You had to go somewhere else though. Like you were on vacation in order to do
No,
this.
I think there was a time in Vegas.
During the week deal.
The whole day was kind of like one 4 or 5 star restaurant after another. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I hear you. What about you there, the Bowen?
I don't know. That would probably have to be a holiday.
Had to be a holiday, right?
Yeah.
I had what was considered a good meal day.
Today.
Yeah. Was it a holiday?
No, not really. It wasn't a holiday.
It was a vacation day for me and Kelly, though.
Yeah, well, yeah. But I wasn't with you, though. So
but no, you weren't with us, so that doesn't even count.
So
I'm glad you could enjoy our vacation day as well.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah. But it was nervous though. I wouldn't have known that going into lunch that it was gonna be that good.
It was nerve-wracking going in, huh?
A little bit. But it ended up being a good day. I'm just happy about that. I'm happy that it was able to be a good day.
Well, and me and Kelly thought about you while we were at our lunch so that you would have your favorite, one of your favorite restaurants for dinner.
Yeah, P.F. Chang's orange chicken. Do you like orange chicken, Greg?
It's all right.
You don't really?
Nah, I'm not a big fan of Chinese food.
You ever go to P.F. Chang's?
No. I'm not a big fan of Chinese food.
At all. You should go to P.F. Chang's. I know you're not a big fan of Chinese food, but you should go to P.F. Chang's because it's not really Chinese food.
It's Chinese food.
It's Asian fusion.
Asian fusion?
Do you not like Asian fusion either?
It's all right. It's not my first choice.
It's a cool ambiance too.
I'm sure orange chicken is delicious. It's
It is
just
though.
not my
It
thing.
really is though. You should have some. I'll save some for you next time.
We're actually at PF Chang's. We actually almost didn't go to PF Chang's because we're like, oh, this is one of Alex's favorite restaurants, and if we go here and don't bring him back anything, like he's, I mean, that's just wrong. So then we almost went over to Maggiano's, which is in the same, because we ended up at West Shore, and then both of us were kind of like, I really, like I cook Italian food all the time, so I was like, I don't really want Maggiano's. So we're like, you know what, we're gonna go to PF Chang's and we'll just get him something. We'll surprise him. And then we both went in there, looked at the menu, and I was like, I think he gets orange chicken. And she was like, well, yeah, but what about sesame chicken? And I'm like, oh, crap, I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. I really think it's orange chicken. Well, it could be sesame chicken. I don't know. So finally we figured
Sesame chicken's never on the list, by the way. Go ahead.
He's never.
I mean, that argument was null and void in and of itself.
Well, I didn't know. I've never seen you have sesame chicken, but she's known you longer, so I mean, that could be a possibility.
I've never had sesame chicken even then.
Well, okay. Well,
I've never said a positive thing about sesame chicken in my entire life, actually.
so we
General Chow chicken, yeah. Or Chow or Sow or whatever.
and
General
I looked for that, but they had Kung Pao, which is not the same.
No. No.
So the now we're like, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna have to text him. So I ended up texting you, not even realizing that there was no way we could ever surprise you, because when I use the card, you get an email saying that I used it and where I used it.
Yeah. But I had a good lunch. It was like one of those
Got
good.
him on lockdown, huh?
Just that card.
That's just where the email goes, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't set that up. It happens to go there,
You're not complaining that it happens though.
No, I'm glad to see. Here's the thing. You see the Dolly. Oh, they went to the PF Chang's. Like I said, I was in the
they
middle of
must
a
have had a
phenomenal lunch.
souvenir.
I was in the middle of a phenomenal lunch by that point, enjoying myself tremendously. But it was a very healthy lunch too, though. It was like a deli club, but it was a well done deli club, though. Had bacon in it, though, so I guess it wasn't that healthy.
Well,
It wasn't
but
unhealthy.
it was better.
It was better than normal, like than a burger.
Well, I normally make you a Cuban. And was it better?
Well,
than a
no.
Cuban?
It was. I can't. It's a different thing, though. A deli club and a Cuban is two different experiences entirely.
You know what the problem with talking about food at the start of the show is? We're going to spend 2 hours talking about food.
Talking about food, 'cause
You want to bring something else
he's
up?
only gonna think about food.
We'll bring
But
something
then-
else up.
then-
Because it's progressing.
Yeah.
We've gone to the Cuban now.
Because I normally make, and have you had one? Because I think you've been here when I've made them.
I have not had one of your
Okay.
Cubans yet.
Well, so I normally make that for lunch, but because Alex is, and we've talked about this before, the eating habits of Alex Snicker. He is a creature of habit. He does want the same thing every day. Do not ask him if he wants to change. He will. I mean, it's almost to the point like he's annoyed if you give him choices.
I hate choices. Funny enough, I'm a libertarian. I hate choices.
Like if I'm like, we do have this today, and he's like, why? Why would you ask me that?
Yeah.
I like Cubans. Just make a Cuban.
Hey, look, I want the freedom to choose the same shit every day. That's what I want the freedom to do. I want the freedom to be able to just choose the same crap every day. And I'll go the years with the same crap. I'll change it up when I want to change it up. Until then, just Cuban for lunch, man.
And I am such a libertarian that I will lay out every single option so that you know all of your options and can make an informed choice based on what we have in the house.
Yeah, but here's
And
the
he always chooses the Cuban.
Always chooses and he's almost angry. Like, I'm like, well, I can make that chicken and make it into a sandwich for you. No, I want a Cuban. Well, and we just got peanut butter and jelly. No, I want a Cuban.
He's like, you just wasted 5 minutes giving me choices. You could have had the Cuban done by now.
You know what I'm saying? Look, here's the thing. You can't just say, like, moving forward, if I don't say anything, then a Cuban at noon is a good idea. Do you know what I'm saying? But if I say something different, then, of course, if you want to go with something like that, then that's great. But if you make the Cuban, I don't give a shit either way. I'll eat it. I love that Cuban. They make their own pickles.
We do make homemade pickles.
You make the own pickles, though, and
Yes,
put the
I've
homemade
had the
pickles
homemade
on the Cuban.
They're
Yeah.
delicious.
And it's a beautiful thing. There's just enough of the whatever meat is in there. It works out right. There's still a little bit of a tangy thing from
From the pickles.
from the pickles, but also I think you have some kind of spread on there. You got mayo on there?
Mustard.
Oh, mustard on there, right?
Yeah.
So you got some mustard mayo
How
on there.
Cuban works.
So, yeah, And I have learned
I
now.
wouldn't mind a Chipotle thing going on that thing, though, to be honest with you.
Oh, I didn't do that.
I've never said anything about it until tonight, right now, but I wouldn't mind.
So-
I'd entertain it once just to see.
You
You might as well get it in packets, though.
When
Don't get like a whole thing.
When I first started making his lunch, I would lay out all the choices, and then I would realize he's very annoyed with me. And I'd be like, I don't understand what I did wrong. I just would make you whatever. You think that would be a nice thing?
Right. Most people would be happy with that.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me all of my choices.
Right.
This is what I would like.
Like that
First couple times, yeah,
willing
okay.
to I'm willing to prepare any of these items. And he's no, just make the sandwich.
I mean, I don't say it like that, but
By the end sometimes.
But
well, if you bring up like 7 or 8, and I said the same thing over and over again, at that point you better, at least say something. No, I'll just take the sandwich.
so
I could be eating right now. Come on.
I have realized not to complicate lunch. So literally at 12 o'clock, all of a sudden I set all my stuff down and I just go and make a Cuban and I don't say a word. And then all of a sudden at 12:10, he's like, here's your lunch.
It's like an amazing thing right there. You're like, oh my God, look at that lunch. Oh, it's a Cuban. Oh, I totally wanted a Cuban.
It's a Cuban. I
totally wanted a Cuban.
wanted a Cuban. That's exactly what I wanted for lunch. What a coincidence.
But you got this new deli for
yeah.
lunch today and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
liked it. And then PF Chang's when you got home, yay.
Yeah.
And then even when you wanted a snack and you're like, do we have a snack? Which normally we don't. We've been trying to eat a little healthier, so we don't always have a snack.
Did tonight though, Oreos.
But tonight we had Oreos. He was like, really? It was a shock because we've been trying to do better.
Oh man, there's Oreos here? All right.
So it was a perfect meal day for you.
It worked
Topped
out.
it off with Oreos.
And I had some jerky
everything.
on the way home.
What was it?
Traveling
Jack
jerky.
Link's?
Jack Link's.
What
and hot.
flavor? Sweet and hot?
Sweet and hot.
Yeah.
I got it on sale $3.99 for the bigger bag at Walgreens. By the way, Walgreens is not a sponsor of the program, and nor do I endorse or support any actions that Walgreens may or may not have taken.
Walgreens, PF Chang's,
I don't
any
care.
of these places
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Although, if Jack Link's or PF Chang's would like to sponsor the show, my email address is Danielle@1787network.com.
Oh, and we do got to give out the call-in numbers. If you've been listening to this point, you deserve it. 1-800-525-4032. 1-800-525-4032. Not that it matters. Not that we even care. We literally do the show as
For our own amusement.
masturbation.
It's masturbatory. Totally. But if you're listening, call in.
But it's got to be
Please.
funny, though. But it's got to be funny. Like, if you want to listen and listen to something and laugh a little bit.
Please call in to stop Alex from talking about food for 2 hours.
Yeah, we will
Let's
not.
talk about something else. Let's talk about clowns.
Do you know there's an industry that is dying in America?
No, well, they're all moving to Washington.
They're getting elected.
They get city council. Sorry, I had. You can't pitch them like that.
I can't. That
That's-
was good.
You can't. That's t-ball time. You know?
Yes, there is an entire industry that is actually disappearing, and it is the industry of being a clown. There is the death of the clown in American society. Apparently, clowns are no longer needed, no longer wanted. Most people are afraid of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if people are afraid of them. Well, I know some people are. But actually, I guess people just aren't hiring clowns. Like, you used to have a lot of circuses and things like that, and they're not there. So, clown colleges are complaining that their enrollees are down so far they may have to close up shop.
Wow.
Ain't that a bitch, huh? I mean, I don't personally like clowns, to be honest with you. Like, they're not my thing. I respect clowns, though. I mean, I got a ton of respect for somebody who wants to walk around like an idiot with makeup on. You know what I'm saying? I have a ton of respect for that. Like, that's dedication. I give you dedication, you know? And that only shows my own ugliness, not the clown's ugliness, by the way. You know what I mean? Clowns, beautiful people, whatever it is, you know? But
Now,
do you have a clown noise?
I don't know if I did.
You got some kind of noise there, though. Make a noise.
Now this is funny. 531 applicants applied to the Ringling Brothers Clown College in 2013. Only 14 were selected to engage in the 2-week boot camp, and only 11 were offered a job.
Well, it looks like nobody wants to hire him then.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. There's
It's
no
not a shortage of
It's,
clowns.
it's an elite group now.
No, I
Well,
didn't
they need
say,
some entrepreneur
I didn't
clowns.
say a shortage of clowns. I said the industry was dying.
Well, don't people call clowns like to go to their homes for like birthday parties and stuff? Like I would
Not
never
anymore,
do this,
apparently.
but they don't, huh?
Well, yeah, because now
The
you got to
inflatable-
like.
Too many people are scared or creeped out by him.
Well,
If they're
and
not
it's
scared
like,
of him, they're just
you know,
like,
if
who
I'm
wants-
inviting you to my
You think that's
home,
racist?
I don't.
I think it might be a little racist against clowns.
I don't know if
I don't know if
clown is a
clowns are
race.
race.
It's prejudice. Then.
Maybe a stereotype or
Although
something.
they are usually all white.
There you go.
There you go.
So I don't know what that's.
Clown ass cracker.
Oh, that's so wrong. Like every part of that is just wrong.
What's so wrong about that? That was
Does.
funny as crap. That was great.
I laugh.
Clown ass cracker.
I'm not having any fun. But I guess it's, you know, one of those things like, would you hire a clown to come here? Like, then they know where you live and they're kind of creepy. It's like some adult that, you know, dresses up like a clown and.
He just wants to make kids happy.
I think too many serial killers
Yeah.
were clowns.
Too
and
many
it just
horror
kinda-
movies.
So you think that
Yeah.
Hollywood deliberately killed the clown?
Just like video
You think it
killed
was
the
like
radio
you
star.
think it was like an inside job? You think this was done right from the beginning? Like it
Could
was to
be.
get rid of the clowns in the population?
I think after Bozo died, all the love for the clowns just went
Went
with
away?
it. Yeah.
I got to say, Bozo was a good clown.
And
I mean, I got to give it to him. For
He had the little
dedication.
buckets
The
and
bucket
like you.
game?
Yeah,
Love
that's
that
like I
game.
love that game. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was in Chicago. It was on WGN.
yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah.
now the only clown left that's relevant is Ronald McDonald.
And he's creepy.
He is
He's
creepy.
very
though.
creepy. And now they do the creepy statues with him, like sitting there on a bench, like
Yeah.
waiting to hug somebody.
Yeah.
That's gonna help.
I have not done nearly enough of taking pictures in positions with Ronald McDonald, by the way. I feel almost bad that I haven't done this. You know, at a minimum, put a hat on him and sit next to him. You know what I'm saying? Like with his hat on. When I went on a Vegas vacation one time with my wife. No, this is during Christmas. I went to Vegas for Christmas. I don't know if I ever told you the story. I won't talk about any of the food that happened, by the way.
I doubt that, but go
No,
ahead.
I'm not going to talk about the food.
Although
No, no,
Kelly
I
did
don't-
tell me that you guys went to a really nice
See,
place.
you're
to
bringing
eat.
it up, not me. La 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 la. I'm not listening. No food. Can't blame me for that one.
Just saying. We were talking about
That was
Vegas.
some good food.
We were talking about Vegas today.
I actually think I went to P.F. Chang's when I was there.
Oh, that's what she was telling me. That was the story.
totally went to P.F.
That the first time you guys went
right, we're not gonna talk
to
about
P.F. Chang's was in Vegas.
Look, but when you read the article, though, it went down from 3,500 to 2,500 clowns is what it was, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, just nobody's hiring them. They're not finding jobs. You have a better chance of getting a job with like a a degree in women's art. Women's
Do you know anybody?
studies.
Do you know anybody that went to clown college?
Well, I know some clowns that went to college, but I don't know if it was a clown college.
Do you know? I think Penn Jillette went to clown college, didn't he?
Probably.
I
I would
believe
bet that
so.
he did.
I don't know him personally, so I don't know if I could put him on my list of people I know that went to clown college.
Well, you know him.
He has a lot of skills that you acquire at clown college.
Yeah.
I think he
So,
did go to clown college. I
I
think I
would-
remember
I would-
him saying
now,
that.
here's the funny thing. At McDonald's, if you're going to be in management, you have to go to Hamburger University.
Yes. And there was a movie in the 80s or 90s about that. I
Yeah.
remember that was like cheesy but hilarious.
No, my dad, because my dad and my aunt, my dad was a district manager, and my aunt was like a regional supervisor. Both of them did have to be graduates of Hamburger U.
That's some dedication to a franchise.
Yeah.
That is,
You know, they ain't going to ITT Tech, man.
Well, you
which
got,
it's in Chicago.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is in Chicago.
That's messed up.
Why is Chicago not allowed to
you
have
don't
it?
like Chicago?
I don't like. Well, I don't
I
like
actually
Chicago.
love Chicago.
I don't like Chicago.
I grew up in Indianapolis, and we went to Chicago on vacation, and it's a beautiful city.
Oh,
a lot of
man.
awesome stuff. Awesome museums. I'm a big museum fan, and they have some awesome museums.
You are not a fan of museums.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say I am or not a fan of museums. Actually, I do like walking around looking at stuff.
You can do that at a mall. You can do that at a park.
Yeah, I mean, the right
Do
kind
that
of
in your house.
do that in the right kind of place might still be
Oh,
fun.
look, an aquarium.
I mean, that's what you're really doing if you're going to a museum. You're walking around looking at stuff.
I know, but
This happens to be some really cool stuff, I guess, at times. Like, I like the Museum of Science and History. Isn't that Washington, D.C.?
Well, there's one in
The Smithsonian.
Museum of Science
the Smithsonian,
and Industry.
yeah.
There's one in
Yeah.
Chicago.
I'd like to go to
as well.
Mosey. I mean, I never go, but only because, like, here's the thing on the list of things to do. Like, even though that would be fun, it's still not. It still doesn't beat out like the bar. You know.
Oh man, we went to Mosey a couple months ago. They were doing a special, like on Mondays. It was free admission, so we took the kids. And the creepiest exhibit I have ever seen. It was like
was it clowns?
No, it was worse. It was like supposed to be like all about the human body and like anatomy
Oh,
and stuff.
yes.
Would they have a cadaver there?
It's the
Well, there
they
was,
do the just the insides.
Well, no, it wasn't one of those. No,
Oh.
There was like jars of fetuses, like showing the progression of like fetus, but it was like real ones in jars, like in cases.
Oh, that
and,
is creepy.
Like all kinds of stuff about like STDs and just like all kinds of birth defects and just,
Kept it in your pants for like a month there, didn't you?
oh my god,
Afterwards.
it was so creepy. It was, and there were so many kids around, and they like had these weird games like to get the kids involved and learn this
Catch the
stuff.
fetus.
And like my son runs over and he finds this game, and it's like this a magnet. And you drop these. You use the magnet to move these shapes and drop them in the holes that are the corresponding shapes. You know, and so he's 5 and he's loving this game. He doesn't realize that what this exhibit here is about prescription drugs and what the different effects of prescription drugs are and how bad prescription drug abuse is and what it can do to you and all that. And these shapes are actually pills that like are commonly abused, like Xanax and Oxycontin and all this stuff. And like he's just playing this shape matching game, and I'm sitting here reading it, and I'm like, oh my god, and just like all the creepiest stuff I've ever seen, and just kids everywhere, and I'm like, oh, it was
That's
ridiculous.
just wrong. Like they should.
was-
Yeah. And
That just pisses me off. You know why? Here's why. You're going to have an exhibit showing all the dangers of prescription drugs. And you got to remember, the first word you had there was prescription. And the dangers of them, because if you take too many, you freaking die or whatever, right? But a doctor can still prescribe those things, even though you could take enough to kill yourself, right? But a plant that was grown out of the ground that has none of those side effects, that has been at least proven to be somewhat effective in some, at least to ease the pain.
This plant existed before our laws.
Yeah.
So fuck you.
Yeah. Like the nerve of this government to do that. And also the nerve of people to go, and I'm not going to mention names or anything like that. But when people say to you, they go, you know what? You just got to get off the drug thing, libertarians. You just got to get off the. Here's the thing. We've won this argument now because the majority of the people are with us on at least weed, and that's full legalization on weed in the state of Florida. Mm-hmm. Look, man, 59%, the last poll, and it ain't like that one's going down. Don't get me wrong. You may hit a 10, 15% bump somewhere, but the trend line's up.
now in France, and this is a story that I had in show prep, they have seized enough marijuana that the smell is starting to get the French police officers high.
I didn't think you're allowed to do. You could do that.
It
I'm gonna
says
go apply for a job with the French police.
the
90% taxes though.
the 40 kilograms of cannabis is is pungent enough that it's causing French police officers to inadvertently get high.
And how cool is the word pungent? And she used it because she read it out of the article. Like they use that word.
It's one of my
That's
favorite
awesome.
words.
Pungent's a good.
That's going on the
Pungent
list.
Where is
Yeah,
that? Where
word.
is that on your? Where is that, Danielle, for you?
This is the Huffington Post.
No. Where's the word pungent for you? Like where is that on your cool word meter?
It's kind of in the middle. I think I use cooler words than pungent.
There's always a cooler word.
You
out
don't
there,
get the opportunity to use the word pungent that often. I think that's why it's so cool.
Well, we talk about cannabis a lot, so we actually use it more than most.
That's
I've never really used the word pungent for cannabis.
For cannabis?
But at any rate, I'm just saying.
I've used a lot of adjectives
for cannabis. But yeah, they're saying that the odor is so strong that they're inadvertently it's like a contact high.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They're complaining though of nausea and headaches.
And this is by the way, marijuana will be legal in our lifetime. Make no mistake about it. It'll be full legalization. It'll be across the country.
Well, the people who were in high school and college during the 60s are now running the country. So
Into the ground, we could argue.
Well, you can argue that, but all of them smoked weed. None
I'd like
of
for them to be
died
those
from
people
it,
that were in the
so
60s. I think they should go get back and get effed up, to be honest with you. Maybe we get some better things happening up there.
You know,
Maybe the fact you went off is a problem.
you know, our favorite Toronto mayor is back in the news.
Oh, my gosh. What happened?
He has fallen off the wagon. You know, since we're talking about
Was he
drugs and
literally
everything.
on a wagon, or is this like metaphoric?
No, this is metaphoric. They found a video serviced of our favorite Toronto mayor, Rob Ford, showing him rambling incoherently with what appeared to be a Jamaican accent
That's awesome.
in a steakhouse. He was apparently in a drunken stupor, and he told reporters this is the words he used. I was boozing a little on a Monday night.
But I did not do any drugs.
He didn't do any drugs. So I guess what happened is this YouTube video got started going around. And people were saying it's from last night. And his brother was very adamant, saying, no, my brother hasn't taken a drink since he, got caught with crack in November. and
Got caught with crack in November, by the way. Still the mayor.
Still love this guy. I would still vote for him.
I think I might. I think I might.
I love this guy. Please move to Pinellas County. I will vote for you in whatever you want to run in.
So there's a short video of Rob Ford cursing about Toronto's police chief and using Jamaican slang at the state queen.
What's that about, man?
I want to.
This guy just needs a hug, man. He just needs a hug.
From a hooker?
Oh gosh, and this is funny.
Come here.
What he said was.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
What he said was, "It's just how I speak with some of my friends."
Yeah.
So he was boozing it up a little, and he, like normal people who booze up.
Well, look, man, I think any of
He
us...
breaks into Tony Montana.
We start speaking in Jamaican accents.
Rob Ford breaks into the Jamaican bobsled team.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got their thing,
Cats and dogs living together.
Mass hysteria. So I thought the city council is pissed.
They're fed up, as the article says.
They're fed up, and they've already stripped him of most of his powers. So, has he actually knocked over a female lawmaker?
I remember that. I saw the video of that. When he was charging through the room.
And just kind of pushed her off and stuff. So, but he told reporters after he admitted to being in a drunken stupor because he was boozing a little. And speaking in a Jamaican accent, he said, well, my track record speaks for itself.
What can you expect from the man? I mean, come on.
I got a serious question for you, by the way, for both of you.
Okay.
And I think I know the answer. I want to say it out loud. I'm going to give you two options.
Noda better be one of them.
No, Noda's not one of them. Noda's not one of them. You're not
This is
getting
a
out
very
this easy.
unlibertarian question.
Yeah, I already object. Am I being detained?
And again, you wouldn't really want either one of them, but
So
Is
no,
there-
there should be an
is
option.
there any? What politician would you actually vote for before you'd vote for Rob Ford? You'd vote for Gary Johnson before Rob Ford, right? You'd vote for Lucas before Rob
Yeah.
Ford.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't vote for Jolly before Rob Ford.
Oh,
Oh, no,
no.
Rob Ford to get it all
You
over.
wouldn't
no.
vote for Sink before Rob Ford.
No.
You wouldn't vote for the Rube before Rob
No.
Ford.
No, absolutely
You wouldn't
not.
vote for Obama or McCain or
No.
Graham or any of those
Possibly,
guys. You'll take a whole place full of drunks before you'll take them.
Speaking in a Jamaican accent.
I would take an admitted crackhead. I would take somebody who's like, I only drink when I smoke crack and smokes crack all the time. You know. I mean, I would vote for somebody like that before I would vote for any of those people.
I think I the only one who I may vote for before Rob Ford would be Justin Amash.
Like
the federal level.
I think it's in the favor of libertarians to vote for alcoholics because they will be in a drunken stupor and unable to pass legislation or vote.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
listen,
we should have came to Trey Radle's defense to be honest.
Trey Radle was in rehab for like 30 days. That was 30 days. He couldn't do nothing.
Exactly.
I hope that cat stays in rehab forever and keeps his office.
Read the last two right there, because this is balls.
Weeks later, the 44-year-old conservative formally filed papers to run for re-election. My track record speaks for itself, he told reporters.
Balls.
Dude, I'm voting
track record. He's going on his track record
of smoking crack, boozing it up. He may have a very lovely Jamaican accent.
Well, and he actually has a great track record in the job as mayor.
Right. Although now the city council has stripped him of all his power.
Well, yeah, ever since he got drunk, smoked crack, and knocked a woman over in the middle of a city council meeting.
Normally you'd think that it would be like, smoke crack, drink booze, knock the woman up.
Yeah,
it was knock the woman over.
But hold on though, in this guy's mind, his track record does not include knocking somebody over at the city council meeting.
Boozing it up. Or smoking crack.
Those things aren't part of the track. Who cares about that stuff? I still get the job done, even though I'm on crack.
He saved the city like $2 billion or something, I read. I'm like, wait a minute, this guy deserves to blow off some steam and have some crack, some booze, and a hooker. Come on, hook the guy
So you're
up.
saying $2 billion?
You guys, he saved the taxpayers $2 billion. That's a B. I mean, come on, that's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
For any city.
So you're saying that the reward for that should be
crack
pipe,
and
booze.
Hey, you saved the city $2 billion during the week. Get drunk and
how much does that cost?
During the weekend.
That's a $400 night, man. We're
wait a minute.
Not even.
This is Greg one-upped him and said not only should he be able to booze it up and smoke crack, Greg said he should get a hooker.
Yeah,
which I do think is legal there.
I actually do think in Toronto it might be.
I think in Toronto it's actually legal.
Yeah.
They're supporting the local economy. Come on.
Pumping the economy, so to speak.
So Greg took Rob Ford's challenge of boozing it up and smoking crack.
I'm only voting for the guy that'll get a hooker.
He didn't take it far enough.
If you're not getting a hooker, I don't even want to talk to you.
And raised the bet by one hooker.
You purist? I don't care unless he takes a hooker.
And an Uzi.
And an Uzi? Well, where do we go to the?
I'm a support
the
Second Amendment too.
Hey, whatever. We're in.
They don't have a Second Amendment in Canada, right?
Well, see, you're right. They're still.
What do they have in Canada? I don't know. They got to have something good in Canada, though.
They're still property of the Queen. They have what?
They have.
They're all property of the Queen.
Yeah. They're just.
I'm glad I'm not Canadian.
Technically,
they're a British territory, kind of.
That's kind of not really in there's no enforcement mechanism there though, right?
Well,
no, they still recognize her as the queen.
The royal family decided a long time ago to let this whole democracy facade kind of play out.
But
so the queen's not going to dissolve parliament.
Canada.
Oh, somebody's calling.
I know,
Holy
right?
cow,
we have a listener. Canada's police, the Mounties, don't even have weapons. The underground show. They have sticks.
No.
The Mounties do not have guns.
Maybe back. No, well, I don't know if that's the case now. Look it up. Google that. Do Mounties have guns? Who is it, by the way? Are you going to tell me, or is it going to be a surprise?
James.
Oh, James? We should give James another name. Is it coming over? What are you doing? Okay, here we go. You think he's mad at the show? He might be.
He might be.
You're on the air.
James. Alex, what's happening, brother?
How are you doing, man?
Good, guys. Good show so far.
Really? Okay, I'm glad somebody thought so.
Yeah. It's been pretty damn funny.
It's pretty damn funny. Hey, how was your meal today? Rate your meal 1 to 10. Where were you at today for the whole? Rate the whole
Your
meal.
meal
breakfast,
day.
lunch,
Your
dinner.
meal day.
Where were you? 1 to 10.
Lunch, dinner.
My meal day today probably ranks on a 5 because I had a decent lunch, but then I had like a sandwich for dinner.
Yeah.
Was it a Cuban?
But you know what? For lunch I had ropa vieja, so you know that brings it up a little bit.
That's got to be good because I couldn't even repeat what you just said.
And I only know that because I have all the Cubans that work for me, and they all send me to the restaurant next door to buy them lunch.
Oh, it was like Cuban then.
It was like
It was Cuban ethnicity. So
It was Cuban.
there you
food,
go.
not
That's
a Cuban
That's
sandwich.
America. Well, it's not
There
really
you go.
Cuban,
Cuban.
actually.
Sorry about that.
No, but I usually have a pretty decent meal day, but not lately. That's why I guess when I have decent meal days, that's when I start gaining weight. So
You know, you should go to Jason's Deli because that's really close where you're at.
Yeah, it is actually
Oh,
close where you're
yeah,
at.
it is.
It's
It's
so
pretty good.
delicious. Now, whenever we come to visit James, which has been like twice, we do eat at Jason's Deli.
I actually want to go see him again, only to go to
to Jason's Deli.
just to go to Jason's Deli.
Yeah, like I want to have a reason to be on that side of
If you have to
town.
come over here, we got to have like a decent lunch. We'll go somewhere.
Oh no, they they have ice cream cones that they
Okay.
just you make yourself.
James, if we end up at your office or at your place and then go to Jason's Deli, we actually did go somewhere.
That's true.
Oh, there you go.
That's true. There you go.
And we went to
There you
lunch.
go.
Now there's another place next to that too. I don't remember the name of that place.
It was a golf
we're
store.
No, now we're
Back
talking
to
about
talking
food.
about
again.
food.
It's
Hold on.
Edwin Watts.
Oh, let's go back to what the caller wanted to call for.
Hey,
James.
everything's 50% off. They're closing.
That's right, they are closing.
Oh, they are. Yeah.
Remember?
What did James?
Everything's 50% off. You can get a golf shirt for $45.
Is that really the case too? Like even half off is 45
Oh yeah,
bucks for
even
one of
half
them
off
shirts?
is ridiculous.
Bunch of dicks. That's why you're going out of business, by the way.
Yeah, because I spend $90 on a golf shirt. Thanks.
Well, I know
Yeah, right.
people who spend $90 on a golf shirt. Remember when we walked up there? I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know people were single-handedly keeping that place open. I guess they've stopped shopping there.
I guess so. James, what did you want? Did you want to add something productive to the conversation, sir? Because you can.
No, I was
please.
thinking about food because you kept on talking about food the whole damn time, and I was like, damn. And then Danielle pulls out like cheddar popcorn while I was laying here, and now I'm hungry and I have to go get some Doritos and ice cream.
Okay, wait. Just for the record, for anyone who is listening now or listens to this later, he is not talking about me. He is talking about his lovely wife, Danielle, who is pregnant, so Doritos and ice cream actually makes sense.
Hey, yeah.
Why'd you give
they
it
said
away?
it's okay that you eat cheddar popcorn in bed because you're pregnant.
Yeah, that's got to be cool for a woman. Is that for those 9-month periods you
You
get
can
to
eat
try some of the
anything.
craziest food combinations ever, and you don't even care.
I was saying we have a contest, who's going to control their weight the best, and she'll probably end up winning. Yeah.
It's a good time.
I remember
Works
being
out that
pregnant
way.
and I wanted French fries and pizza, but I wanted them combined. I wanted a French fry pizza.
How was that?
It was
Oh,
delicious.
Danielle did that.
Did she?
Did she
Yeah,
really?
she's done French fry pizza. She's done chocolate and French fries. She's done ice cream and French fries.
And I like chicken
What?
wings, really, really hot chicken wings. Like you couldn't make them hot enough.
What are you trying to give the baby a condition?
I don't know, but you know what? It was with my youngest son. It was with my youngest son, Ethan, and he loves spicy food.
There you go.
Wonder if that's how it happens.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be. Stranger
young.
things have happened.
It starts in the womb, huh?
Yeah, I guess. Go
So,
ahead.
so
Jim.
I think this mayor, like a good equivalent to this mayor, is Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
one
was
way of
just
looking
thinking,
at it.
he like smashes home runs and goes in the dugout and grabs a cigarette and a beer, and no one like says anything to him at all.
Like the cigarette that was still burning before he went up to bat.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, am I up?
Like, hey, you can't do that. Oh, yes, you can. Don't worry about it.
Watch.
Or that kicker for the Oakland Raiders. Who's that guy?
Janikowski.
Yeah.
think
Drunky the
he's still
Clown
there.
is what I call him. He's always getting a
that
DUI
guy's
somewhere.
drunk. That guy's drunk all the time. He just walks out there, kicks it, and they're like, "You can't be drunk." Well, he's just a kicker, and he's good. So shut up.
If he kicks it through the airplane, I don't care what he's doing.
Yeah, how cool is it that you can be
Exactly.
totally drunk and still do your job effectively?
Yeah. And he looks like a baseball catcher, not a football kicker.
Yeah, he tackled somebody one time, I think.
He's like a hockey defenseman.
He's funny. He's a big guy too. Is he still playing in the NFL? I don't think he is.
I think so.
Yeah.
Is he really? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think he's still with Oakland, though, right? Is he still with Oakland even?
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
Really? Huh. Learned something new tonight. There you go. That's America.
Got too
Is
many
that Brian? Is Brian in the studio with y'all?
Yeah, Brian's
Yes,
here
Brian
too.
is
How
here.
did you know that? Oh, because there's cameras.
There's
I don't know.
cameras?
I don't know. Maybe because it's on YouTube.
Oh, did Brian say? Oh, I'm sorry.
we do have 3 cameras in here.
Yes. There is 3 of
How
them.
did you
I
know?
can't believe
It's
this.
like you can see inside here.
Holy cow. Big Brother ain't got nothing on us.
Yeah, right.
We put
It's
ourselves
funny that we
on
do spend
camera.
shows complaining about Big Brother when we try to figure out a way to make this room as accessible as possible
Right.
to everyone. That is kind of funny. There is some irony to that. I saw that in South Park episode, actually. I felt a little weird when I did that.
No NSA secrets hidden from there, huh?
Well, if they're going to know about it anyway, might as well tell everybody.
Hi, Toby.
Exactly.
Might as well post it on Facebook.
Yeah, we've named our
NSA
rep.
handler. His
Toby.
name is Toby.
What if somebody walks up to you one day and says, I'm Toby? And
Probably
says something
punch him.
and says something to you that you know that you said on the phone like maybe 10 minutes ago that nobody else heard, and they go, by the way, my name's Toby. I don't know what I would do. I would probably crap my pants.
The funny
That'd be
thing is,
awesome.
like, every once in a while, like, me and Alex and Adrian will all be on the phone, and then all of a sudden one of us will be like, oh, hey, Toby, like, out of the blue.
How are you doing tonight, James, by the way?
I'm good. I'm just getting ready for bed. 4 a.m. is going to get up here early, but I saw you all on Facebook and clicked on over.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that. We know now at least somebody else
At
saw
least
this.
one person
There's
did.
another witness. There's another witness.
Yeah,
so-
on YouTube it says like one viewer watching.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
That viewer's always me.
That's you.
Well, we had somebody else, but then we just brought her in the studio.
Generally, I pass out about 11:30.
So you're-
I have it sitting there on the nightstand. Danielle's always like, "All right, you gotta turn it down. You gotta turn it down. I'm trying to go to bed."
Did you hear what he just said? How stupid was that?
I can't listen to these people talk about food all night. I'll never go to bed. I'm going to eat everything in the refrigerator.
I'm so hungry now, damn it.
See, James, you should actually come and join us in studio because that's what we do on the Wednesday night show. We find a fan and then bring them in, so then we have zero
Yeah,
viewers.
if somebody likes the show, then they should come.
A live
Did
studio audience.
you just say like we find the fan and then we bring him in?
Yes, that's what we did with the
If
first
somebody-
one.
Well, if somebody announces that they actually admit to listening to the show, then it's like, well, you should come over then.
You should come in studio.
It's even funner.
We'll just have a live studio audience
Except for the
and no
smoke.
actual viewers.
Except for the smoke will get to you. Well, look, when we do
Hey,
it,
can you get like the fake laughter and hand clapping in the back?
oh, give him a fake sound right now. Hold on.
Yeah,
I don't know what. It's a real sound, but it's not a.
That's your live studio audience.
Hold on. What are they saying? Let's see.
Poor old John McCain. Well, he looks real sad.
What else you got?
You want to get high?
What else you got?
Well, spank my ass and call me Charlie. There are no stupid questions, just stupid people.
We have nothing but South Park clips. Well. Well, all right. Well, look, while Greg's over there looking for more clips, because we just went through all the ones that he.
Mecca lecca hi, mecca heiny ho.
Oh, that's funny. You want me to tell you? Pee Wee Herman.
There you go.
Mecca
You know,
lecca
James is
hi,
still on the
Mecca
phone.
hiney- Oh, yeah, James, what do you think about Pee Wee Herman?
Well, I'm sorry. What's that?
I asked. Because,
James pays about as much attention as we do us on the show.
no.
Wait, what? What were we talking about again?
What happened? All right, so he played a sound. Play the sound again.
Oh, damn it. I don't have it up.
Oh, what happened?
Because I'm trying to find something else.
Oh, okay. Well, he played a Mecca.
That is not it.
That's not, wasn't it? So he played Mecca Lecca Hi, Mecca Hiney Ho, which was something from Pee Wee Herman. And I said, what did you think about Pee Wee Herman?
I was never a big Pee Wee Herman guy. I think I was too young.
I got you. I hear you. I can understand. He's rubbed some people the wrong way.
Himself.
I was going to say he's
One
rubbed
of 'em.
himself the
He
wrong
might have
way.
rubbed himself the
Well,
wrong way.
he might have rubbed himself the right
Hey,
way.
he was funny enough.
No, the wrong way for everybody around him.
Right.
But
Funny as shit though. He was awesome in Blow.
He was.
He was actually.
That's not even
And
a
Buffy
joke.
the Vampire Slayer.
I haven't. Seen
Oh, I don't
that,
remember him in Buffy the Vampire
but I do
Slayer.
remember him in Blow. I
He was
actually
like
saw
the
that
worst
movie.
vampire in the movie.
Oh, was he really?
He was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, I
Yes,
don't
he
remember
was.
that either. The
He was-
movie Buffy the Vampire.
Yes, the movie Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Not
I
like
think
TV
I'm too
show.
old for that one.
How weird was that one that the TV show ended up being more popular than the movie?
Well, the TV show was better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
without question.
It's like The Walking Dead. Well, it's not like The Walking Dead.
What movie was
Well,
that?
they were walking and they're dead though, aren't they? Aren't they like half dead technically because they're vampires, right?
Well,
The-
they're,
the
they're both
undead.
undead.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, they're not. They can't die. They're not any dead. They're undead.
right.
Yeah.
So they're not
I don't-
technically
I don't
dead
even
at
know how
all.
to say
Now,
it.
now we're trying to figure out about fictitious characters. if they're dead or not.
What would happen if a zombie bit a vampire? Or a vampire
Wow.
bit a zombie?
Oh,
I think they
wow.
should make a movie.
There we go. Vampires
Fire-
out.
The
They're
Walking
quickly
Dead
spiraling.
vampires.
Downward spiral. Yes.
You should bring.
Zombie
They should
vampires.
bring. They should bring in. No. The vampires. What was that all about, man? That's kind of.
That
mean.
was like
That's why you don't hit the button twice.
that was really loud and hurt my ear. Here, let me play it again for you.
What did you say? I didn't hear you. It was like punishment.
This is totally going into the non-prescription drug scenario,
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
which
Can
is making me
someone-
very tired at the moment. So I'm going to bed.
All right,
All
God,
right.
man, we're sorry. Have a good evening, man. Thanks for calling. Thank you seriously for calling.
And listening.
Because that means it's proof that it's making it out in the airwaves. Which maybe I shouldn't thank you because that means that we know for sure nobody else. Other than you.
Hey, before I go, do you all know how Lucas's event went tonight?
I don't.
No, I had to go to Orlando today. Unfortunately, I had to work in Orlando today. So
I know I had a couple people live out there. They said they were heading over there, so I was just wondering what happened.
I don't
no, I
know. I
wasn't
couldn't
there.
tell you. That's
And they're all going to be way too drunk to call me tonight to let me know, so I'll be all tomorrow.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll have to ask Lucas later. Hey, he might be listening. Ask him if he's on there.
Oh.
Hit the tab thing or the chat thing.
Yeah, I know.
She knows how Facebook works.
Does she? Well, no, she does. She
Yeah,
does.
teach her how to make a page.
I could. I've made many pages.
And I am the admin on all of them.
Yeah. He makes a page, makes her the admin, and then dips out.
He does a lot
No,
of
I'm
social
on
media
all those
stuff.
pages.
Yeah.
I have to hoot them out.
Yeah.
I can hoot on 50 pages at once. It's amazing.
Just 50?
He,
Well,
he
probably
pays
more than
money to spam everybody.
He does
Yes,
pay money
I
to
do.
spam
I
everybody.
pay for the pleasure. I apologize to America. Pardon me.
There went our call.
Oh, I thought we did say goodbye though.
I thought,
right?
yeah, I think we did.
I think so. Well, I did not mean to be rude if that was the case, and we did not. Sometimes we just go off the rails.
Hence the name.
Hence the name of the show, Off the Rails. And again, it really is like just kind of a show for herself. Somebody's text. What is that? Are you going to check that or what?
Okay. It rings on the phone if I get a message here.
I got you. Oh, by the way, Lucas said it went very well. Made several strong community. He's reaching out to the community. A lot of good people are out there. I got to tell you, let me ask you a question. I mean, we can go to
right.
politics, go on the rail a little bit here.
Why not?
But maybe just ask the question in a different way, though. Like, how do you feel about his outreach that he's done?
It's awesome.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's good outreach. I really do like. He's done it differently than anybody else has done it. I think.
Absolutely. And he's going to the places that the others don't go.
Yeah, and yet, well,
I mean, it's because they refused to go.
Well, yeah.
Not because they weren't invited.
Well, yeah.
well, yeah, the other places the other people don't go though.
Yeah.
They, whether they choose to go, whether they don't go because they weren't invited or because.
How do you think that's ultimately going to play out with those people where Lucas is the only candidate that shows up to these events?
I think that does very well for him at the events that they keep and don't cancel. I think that it's a room full of people that get to really have a lot of time. They can ask him questions, kind of iron out all the issues. And the fact that the other two wouldn't even bother to show up, I think the people in that room will be very affected by that. But all the media, like where's Alex and all this other stuff, I think that doesn't play a role at all.
Yeah.
I think it only affects the people that are there at that time.
I think it continues to suppress the vote because I think those people don't go and vote at all then.
Other
Really.
people.
I still think you're going to have a lot of people. You got to think about it. There's going to be a lot of people that just don't go and vote. Now, don't get me wrong. I've heard that they're hitting big numbers on the absentees.
Yeah.
You know, if they got all the absentees turned in, then then you're looking at probably 30% of the vote. Mm-hmm. Then it would be at 30. And that would be bigger than any numbers that we thought we would see.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I still think you're only going to hit about 25% of the vote. I think
You think it's going to get to 25, though?
Yeah, I think you're going to get 25 turnout.
We'll see. We'll definitely see, though. God, I hope he can win. I think he can.
I think he can.
I think there's a possibility. It really does depend on how pissed off the electorate actually is.
Is there a way to check the status of the absentee ballot?
Yeah.
You mean like hold on? Oh, you mean of how
No.
many have been turned in so far?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Vote-
you can
vote
do that.
Pinellas.
Yeah, vote
well,
Pinellas.org.
I'm there. Where?
No. Somebody will have to keep talking while you're looking for that. I guess I'll do that. Guess I'll just keep talking, yapping away over here. Yep.
Just keep talking.
keep
Normally
move-
don't have a problem with
Well, that's true. I normally don't. We could go back to food even. You know, as much as I like
No,
that. We're not going. I know. No, we're not going back to food. I would like a Cuban tomorrow though. For lunch.
I'll make you Cuban tomorrow.
Oh no! You know what? No.
What?
I know what we're doing tomorrow for lunch.
Are we going to go out to lunch?
Yeah.
I know where we're going. Did you see this story?
Where are we going?
Applebee's.
You would have been wrong.
Oh, really? Where are we going?
You'd have been wrong.
Well, where are we going for lunch?
Oh, take another guess.
I don't know. That's where we always go for lunch. Either that or we go downtown.
I was thinking about going to Panera Bread.
Oh. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So the Bank of America mailer calls a Bay Area woman a slut. So it says auto, Lisa is a slut McIntyre.
Yeah. So she gets like, and people get it's junk mail. It's
Yeah.
refinance your house or something like that. And on the it's actually addressed to, this is a Visa card offer from Bank of America, and the actual envelope is addressed to Lisa is a slut McIntyre.
That's awesome.
I've now lost interest in what I was looking at. Who's the slut?
It's so this woman, this Bay Area woman, she receives this piece of basically a credit
Lisa
card
McIntyre.
application, Lisa McIntyre, and it says Lisa is a slut McIntyre. That's who it's addressed to. Now they're thinking that some data entry person put it in there, but she doesn't really understand how it got like through the bank system and nobody caught it, because it's not like her account at Bank of America is named, Lisa is a slut McIntyre.
No human was watching that. You know what I'm saying?
Somehow the notes field got transposed with the middle name field, and
Something like that. I don't know, but I wonder if she's a slut.
I mean, the note came from
Maybe she
somewhere.
wrote it.
Well, someone thinks she is.
And then there's Lisa Mac. Hey, how many Twitters does she? How many followers does she have now?
She has, I don't know, but
Click on her.
Oh gosh,
I'm just curious on how.
she has 4,563 followers.
That's all she's got, huh?
That's
Follow her.
it.
Follow her.
Why? I'm not even signed in.
Well, let's see if she's a slut. Like, what's she putting out?
Or is she?
Or is she putting out? Yeah.
I'm gonna have to sign into Twitter to do that.
Nah, we'll do it later.
All right. But yeah, so I thought that was fun. Now there was another one that was also Bank of America. So I don't know what's going on with Bank of America. But it was like, Ken, whose daughter just died, and then the last name.
I remember that story, actually.
Remember, I pulled it
Yeah.
for show prep one other time, and I can't find it because it was a while ago. But it was, a child had just died, and it was addressed to him as first name, whose daughter just died, and then his last name.
That's creepy. Must be the clowns.
A little while ago, my dad died. But afterwards,
Oh, it's from Office Max.
But afterwards, like after my dad died, you know how you still have telemarketing places that call,
Right.
that you would mess with.
and this is the one time you get to say that, oh no, he's dead, and then the person on the other end has nowhere to go.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
They don't even know what to say.
He died. Real good, guys.
This is how it was addressed. This is Office Max addressed it. Michael Say, daughter killed in car crash, or current business.
Did his daughter die in a car crash?
Yeah, his daughter had just died in a car crash just a few weeks earlier.
That means Office Max actually wrote down in their notes that his daughter was
That
killed
his
in a car
daughter was
crash.
killed in a car crash, and that ended up on their printed envelope.
Wow. I mean, why would they be keeping track? Why would Office Max need to know that?
I don't know. Why does Bank of America need to know that she's a slut?
Both of them need to just stop printing the middle name field, apparently, because it's pulling from somewhere else.
This is now on the Office Max one. It's 3 different lines. So you know how it'll have like the name and then say or current business owner. Well, this one had the name. Then underneath that on another line it says daughter killed in car crash, and then on the next line it says or current business. That's just weird.
Yeah, it is weird, though. I don't understand it, but... Hey, Greg, are you going to get Google Glass, by the way?
No.
Are you freaked out by it?
A little bit. It's a little bit creepy. Creepier than clowns.
Do you think that Google Glass is creepier than clowns?
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Were you thinking about getting them?
I am thinking about getting one.
Well, do you know how to not be a glass hole?
No, I don't. I would think most of the things I want to do with it means I'm a glass hole. Like, I think I'm already walking into this knowing that I'm going to be a glass hole. Because what I want to be able to do is that, because won't it look at somebody and then be able to tell you who they are?
I have no idea. I've not looked into Google Glasses at all. I have no interest in them whatsoever.
Oh, I think this is some cool stuff, by the way.
I have a feeling we will end up with a pair in the home, and you'll be like, look at how cool this is, and I will have to use them at some point, but I'm not, I don't care.
When I can install a data jack in my head and just plug directly into the internet, then I might go with that, but there's still too much of a middleman with Google Glass, and it's not it hasn't proliferated enough.
You think
the
so?
technology isn't quite where I want it to be yet.
You don't think so?
Basically, Google has put out a kind of like a memo to anyone who has them on how to not be a glass hole. And apparently it's a lot of don't wear them too long because you're going to look creepy. Like, basically their little memo is like, listen, we really want you to use them, but these were like for short-term little spurts of use, not for long-term use, because if you use them too long, you're just kind of staring into space and you'll look creepy.
There you go. See,
How to get one?
Creepy.
Let's see how to get one here.
He's buying. He's ordering right now.
No, he's not. And then, basically they're telling people, don't ignore people because people will want to ask you about them. And if you're so engaged in what you're looking at on the Google Glasses that you ignore them, that's rude.
Yes.
And basically, don't forget that there's actual civilization beyond the glasses. If someone asks you to turn them off, you should.
I still think that you should be by yourself then if you're going to use them. Maybe that's the case.
Well, for what I use the internet for, I should probably be.
I was gonna say, wait, are you gonna only use Google Glasses for like porn?
Oh,
Do they like porn glasses?
No, your mind was in the gutter, not me on this one. I'm explaining why. I'm explaining why. Give me a second. I'm explaining why. I'm talking about, so if you're going to be focusing on stuff and somebody else is in the room, they're not going to be able to understand what you're focusing on because you're looking at your Google Glass going like this or however, whatever you're looking like. So you should just go by yourself if that's what you're going to do because you look like a fool or whatever.
Yeah.
Even though I'm totally going to get them.
This just
I'm filling it out right now to be in like the tester thing.
So, and this now just gives him another reason to like be like, well, I have to be by myself and not be around all of you people because there's always a lot of people in our house.
He'll be able to create Facebook pages in the blink of an eye, literally.
He's completely ignoring us now.
You know what, man? You will. You know what? Sometimes I'm driving on the road. I think of a really good idea. If I can use Google Glass to be like, okay, here.
No.
Unfortunately,
if you're driving down the road, you should not be wearing Google glasses.
that definitely makes you a glass hole.
Does it really?
Yeah, and an unsafe
But you can
driver.
see past it.
Okay.
I wonder how well Google integrates with Facebook on Google Glass, or do they like force you to use Google Plus, and then you can't create Facebook pages? You gotta like do circles, and it's like
You just make yourself dizzy.
that's what Google Plus is like, anyway.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of people over there with these glasses on cross-eyed. Yeah, they're trying to get to Facebook. That app doesn't work well.
All right, I'm in. By the way.
Oh, gosh.
Are you a tester?
I'm on the
for
list.
Google
I'm on the
Glasses?
list. I'm on the list.
Well, who is that?
This is the Google Glass Facebook page.
Oh, okay. It's like some people
Only 2 of my friends like it.
I'm not one.
Dave Levitt's one of them, though. So he's smart. Dave Levitt likes it. I'm liking him.
Dave likes it. I like it.
Dave likes it. It's good for me.
What if you're a doctor? They got people now, doctors using it.
What are they using it for?
What are they using it for?
Startups are beginning to use glass to heal wounds and save lives.
What?
Hold on. I'm going to show you. It's in
Is
the
this
SF Gate right now.
Is this like a Star Trek tricorder, medical tricorder?
This might be the beginning
You
of it.
Scan it over. And
You want me to read this to you? You want me to read this to you?
You're so bad.
Can you
at
give us the
reading that.
clip notes?
All right. So Google Glass. Okay, hold on here.
Like, I know you replay the show and listen to it. You have to know how bad it comes across when you're reading.
No, I actually think I'm totally good at reading. I think you guys are wrong for that. But let's see. What they basically do is, so Texas makes an app, Eyesight, which enables physicians and nurses to transmit live video and audio of wound patients from glass to authorized computers, smartphones, and tablets. After months of a pilot program at UC Irvine, the startup said this week it will soon roll out the technology at outpatient wound center clinics operated by Wound Care Advantage of Southern California. So I guess they're doing it just to be able to connect with people, so like experts can see like what's going on with that person, so they can offer advice and stuff like
Is
that.
that HIPAA compliant?
But they still got to go to a giant file cabinet big enough to kill people to get your paper file with your record on it.
You know what's funny, by the way, is that they show this, right? That like you have this that you're what I was just talking about.
Okay, nobody
And then
knows
they
what
have-
this is. We're radio.
So
You have
I'm
to
reading.
explain
I'm
it.
reading it from the SF Gate from their website, right? And so they have a little channel E looking videos things on the side, and it's nothing more than Kate Upton wearing next to nothing.
Nice.
She's topless.
No, that's what. Yeah, exactly what you thought there. But no, that's a bikini.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
I
it's not
should put my
covering much.
glasses
It ain't
on.
covering much, and it's hard to cover as much as she got. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not saying that in a bad way.
I know exactly what you're saying.
She's she's built, man. She's got something going on up there. You know, probably hurts her back. To be honest with you.
Yeah, we've gone way downhill with this show tonight. Like we have been in the gutter all night.
Google Glass, though.
Yes.
So Google Glass.
We're like,
I would like to. You know what?
hookers
Honestly,
and crack.
I want to start using Google Glass. I want to see what it can do.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if that's a good idea.
It looks pretty cool,
I'm
though.
pretty sure it's not a good idea.
This does not seem like anything that is a good idea.
No.
Really?
Yeah, really. Like, listen, we're on the computers all the time, and most of what happens on the computers just makes us angry. Why would you actually make something where you could, like, literally see it 24/7?
See, I think I'm looking at it more of what you can put out than what you have in, than what you're taking in. Does that make sense?
What are you going to put out?
No, just more videos of us and, doing things and,
Yes, it's horrible, this idea.
What did you say it was again?
Yes, it's horrible, this idea.
What else you got?
I finally found one in a timely fashion.
Oh, you want a salt and pepper shaker? No,
Would
I'm
you
sorry.
like to take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break. Let's take a break. Not that we couldn't have cigarettes in here, but let's go have them out in the garage.
In the green room.
In the green room. That is the
It
green
is
room,
a
though.
green room, though. Just saying.
Like a turquoise green room, though, right?
It's got a green table.
It does have a green table as well. It is a green room.
I'm totally unprepared to go to break, by the way. I was not
All right.
watching the time. So
That's okay. Let's figure this out. Let's talk through this together.
come on, quarterback, give us the play.
Where are we going? We're going to SoundCloud, right?
Oh, well, I just went to the 1787network.com website.
Oh, the website, by the way, 1787network.com.
By the whiz.
We only did that an hour and a half in. Or an hour and 5 minutes in.
And if you would like to call the program, the
Refresh
Refresh
Telecom.
Telecom studio line is 1-800-525-4032.
What number was that, Greg?
1-800-525-4032.
Thank you, sir.
We won't give your information to the feds, even with a court order.
Maybe.
And that's all you need to know.
And that's all you need to know. And it works.
And it does
It
work.
well. But if you don't like it, then you can buy a vowel. I'm just saying. You can buy a vowel.
Okay. Do we have new interviews here?
No.
No new rants?
No.
No new nothing?
No.
Same stuff.
Yeah, there's 4 EC calls on there, guys. Sorry. My entertainment endeavor was curtailed by my
Having to work.
yeah. You know what? And I just wasn't here, and I need to do a rant though. I haven't done a rant in a while.
No, you've done plenty. You've done them every Friday.
It's just we're not recording them.
Separate.
No, he does them.
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
much
no.
Every day.
Every day I hear a rant.
You're just not recording them.
It's an audience of one because I get to hear it every day.
I don't think she's happy about that.
Oh, sometimes I am.
Sometimes they're funny.
Sometimes I'm like, yeah, and then sometimes I'm like, ugh.
You stupid. You stupid.
I don't ever say
No,
that.
you don't, but it's just funny to say it that way, though. Not that you would even say it that way, but it's just, that's fun. You stupid bastard, you know.
But I would never be mean like that.
Yeah, I know, but it wouldn't be, it was funny that way, though.
Well, I don't think lying is funny.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not lying.
Well, you're over
I
exaggerating.
didn't say you said that. I'm just imitating a voice at that time. You're having to imply that I was talking about you, even though I know I wasn't talking about you.
I think the implication to anyone who's listening
Don't
is
imply.
that you were
Don't,
talking to me.
Am I being detained? Am I free to go? Where are we at? What are we doing here? Greg, what's up, man?
Do you want to do an interview or do you want to do the rants? We did the rants last week. Do you want to do an interview?
I thought we did Lucas's interview
We did
last
Lucas's
week.
interview last week.
Didn't we?
Yeah.
We did.
Okay.
Actually, last week were we on?
Well,
The last time we did a show, we did that. Yeah. No, because it was the fair week.
Right.
So, let's do, what else we got there?
interview with Paul Henry.
No.
Did we?
Nothing against Paul, by the way, but
No, yeah.
it's off the rails, not, clinical dissertation thing.
Paul is definitely on the rails.
I love Paul to death. I'm glad he's on the rails.
You
Somebody's got
Someone
to be.
needs to be.
Somebody's got to be serious here.
You want to just do some rants? The
Yeah.
David Jolly rant?
Do some rants.
How much time is the rants? All of them.
The David Jolly one's 5 minutes. I think the next one's about 5 minutes also.
Okay. Do
The
two
FDA
rants.
We'll do
thinks
one
you're
for
too
sure,
stupid
but
to-
maybe two.
Okay.
So, all right, off the rails, guys. You got a couple rants coming, and we're back. Good evening, this is Alex Snicker, 1787network.com. Saturday night, December 7th, 2013, with a breaking news story that has just come out about a certain candidate in the U.S. Congressional District 13 special election being held here in Florida. Danielle Alexander, what did you find?
Well, it seems as a Republican candidate for Congressional District 13, David Jolly, who does tout himself as being able to work with both sides and be very bipartisan, has been proving that over the years by not only donating to his party, the Republican Party, but donating to many Democrats in the Democrat Party. In fact, he's totaled $30,000 in donations to Democrats or the Democratic Party since leaving the Hill as a lobbyist in 2006.
Hold on, so you're saying that the Republican candidate for the
congressional seat, or one of the 3 Republican candidates for the congressional seat, has actually donated $30,000 to the Democrat Party and Democrat candidates since 2006?
Yes, and to be in all fairness, he did donate $36,000 to the Republican Party or Republican candidates. So although he did slightly better with Republicans, he's still about even when you come to candidate donations and to the party.
Who are the candidates that he donated to in the Democrat Party?
Well, the highest contribution to a Democrat went to someone who we've actually spoken about in depth on our show, Representative Jesse Jackson Jr. Now, you'll remember Jesse Jackson Jr. when we talked about him because he's currently serving a federal prison sentence for campaign finance violations. Apparently, David Jolly was in on that action.
All right, so Senator Dick Durbin, Barbara Mikulski, is that how you say it?
Mikulski.
McBeing paid, I think is what that is. Appropriations Chairman Daniel, how you say his last name?
Inuayu.
Now, this is a matter of public record, so these are part of public record laws.
This comes right from the Federal Election Commission. He donated to more than a dozen Democratic campaigns and leadership PACs during his time on K Street. His most recent donation was just this past summer in 2012, so not this summer, but the summer before, when he gave $1,000 to Representative Michael Machad. He's a liberal Democrat from Maine. Since 2010, Jolly's given $2,250 to the same candidate, and he's now running for governor of Maine against a conservative, Firebrand Paul LePage. This is coming, all this information is actually coming from the Politico, but this is someone a Democrat who he's donated to pretty extensively, who's now going against a conservative.
All right. Here's my little rant on this one here. Let me get back. If you don't see that this guy is part of the problem, then you're blind. This guy was a lobbyist, and again, a small-time lobbyist. I'll go with that. $36,000 is not a whole lot of money. That's true. $30,000 isn't the end of the world. He did give $36,000 more to Republican candidates, so it was at least an even keel. Do you want an even keel guy to be the winner in this race?
Well, and even if you say, that's not in Florida, he was just getting involved in other races, that's not exactly the truth either, because in Florida, Jolly has also backed Senator Bill Nelson. He's also backed Alan Boyd and Kathy Castor.
Yeah, and so it's been in Florida as well. Well, let's hope that this campaign's over. I really, truly hope that any of those people that are Republicans that actually believe in, that lobbyists are the problem, or actually believe in donating to your own party. I mean, there's a loyalty oath, I would think, and I would imagine that this is a big violation of it. Now, what they'll say is it's in the course of his job.
They'll probably say it was in the course of his job, and they'll also probably say that he wasn't an official Republican Executive Committee member. But you would think if even your average precinct committee man couldn't give money to a Democratic candidate without being kicked out of the Republican Executive Committee, then maybe you should at least hold your candidates to the same standard. I mean, if you're going to have loyalty, shouldn't it be loyalty for everyone?
I would think so. Well, at least there's good news that in this race you have a libertarian by the name of Lucas Overby that you'll be able to vote for that actually believes in the same principles that you do, and considering the best that the Republicans can offer is a gentleman that is, to say that he's damaged would do a disservice to damaged people. To be honest with you, this guy is unelectable. In this day and age, there's no way we can allow those people to continue to be up in Washington, D.C., paying off the people that make the decisions. So Google Lucas Overby, and we'll go from there, guys. Look forward to seeing you guys out there helping us out, making that happen. So, Danielle, anything else you got to say there?
No, I just have to say, thank goodness we have Lucas in the race. He's a great candidate, and he's honest, and that's more than I can say for David Jolly.
That is definitely more than that. Well, here's the thing. It's not that he lied. It's that we can't have somebody like that up in office. So, again, 1787network.com, folks, if you want more information and more of these uploads. Have a great evening.
Good night.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Alex Snicker with Alex's latest rant. This one has to do with a company called 23andMe and the FDA. You could better title this, Just More Proof That the Government Thinks You're Too Stupid to Know Information About Yourself. what has happened, in case you didn't know, is that there's a company called 23andMe. What they make is a $99 kit. They do a genome service. You spit into a little cup, you send it back to them, and they send you back information about yourself. There's genetic markers to show if you're more susceptible to certain kinds of illnesses or disease, or if you carry certain traits that you'd be able to pass along to future generations. Now, this information is for informational purposes only, and it's based off of science. So you would think that the FDA would not have any problem with something like this. Again, it's not like a pill you're going to take. They're just going to give you information about yourself. But the FDA, and this rant would probably be better titled, that more proof that the government thinks you're too stupid to know anything about yourself. The FDA has decided that they want to actually just go ahead and bar these guys from ever being able to do this service ever again, because they haven't kissed the right ring on the FDA finger in order to make sure that they can continue working this service. But more importantly, this is more proof that the government really does think you are too stupid to know any different. Wouldn't it be a good idea if you knew that you were more susceptible to certain illnesses or certain diseases, so you could go to your doctor, make sure that you're eating the right way to minimize the risk in your own life? Wouldn't that actually lower healthcare costs by having this information? No. Not in the FDA's infinite wisdom. The FDA understands, or at least they think they understand, and they want to make sure that you understand that there is no way that you should actually be getting any of this information whatsoever. And then unless some government-approved agency has the information, then we should ban it altogether. Again, this is authoritarian psychopaths that are in these places like the FDA that want to make sure that you just don't have this information whatsoever. They're anti-science is what they are. But let me say it another way. If they feed you the information, then they're going to expect you to believe it hook, line, and sinker. But if you go and research it yourself, well, then you're just an idiot. As a matter of fact, the FDA thinks that anybody that goes to the 23andMe is basically an idiot, that you have the idiot gene. Well, I got news for you. What you probably don't have is the authoritarian psychopath gene that our current government has for you. And this goes from Obama on down. You got to remember, the FDA is filled with people that have been there for a long time. But before they were there, they were actually working for pharmaceutical companies or other kinds of big government or big business agencies, and they just move back and forth, furthering that government, big business and big government are one and the same, and that does have bipartisan support, unfortunately for us, the citizens of this country. So let me make sure that you understand correctly. And we'll do another rant at a later day to show you why that the Food and Drug Administration has actually killed more people in this country than it has ever saved in this country. But that's a totally different argument for a different day. For this one, the FDA says you should not be able to have this information, and that they will ban it with the threat of going to jail if you disobey them. Again, more Big Brother, just making sure that you're just well taken care of. Because you are too stupid to know this information. When you talk to people in your livelihood, and you're talking to people politically, and they start talking about how, well, the government should be doing this and the government should be doing this, the one thing that you want to start asking them, or get them to the point of saying, is to get them to say that they think that you're too stupid to know this information. Now, they're never going to insult you personally. What they're going to do is they're going to say, well, I'm not really talking about you. I'm talking about all those other people that are out there. We need to make this law to protect all of those other people out there. Just remember, those other people mean you when you're not there. Because many Democrats and even some Republicans think that you are too stupid. Again, you are too stupid to know this information. But trust these guys with your healthcare, folks, because they're not going to mess this one up. These guys couldn't put a website up, and they had $100 million. Who's the stupid ones now? Listen to more of Alex's rants and all other types of articles at 1787network.com. I hope you all have a great Alex Snicker, 1787network.com. Today's
I thought it stopped.
It is now.
It is now.
Alex Snicker, 1787network.com. You want to call the program, the number is 1-800-525-4032. The name of the show is Off the Rails, and Danielle and Greg are in studio, along with two other surprise guests, or mystery guests.
Well, one of them wasn't a surprise.
Actually,
Neither
anybody
of them were a surprise.
we all know who it is, and anybody watching will probably know who it is, so there you go. So where are we going now? Where you guys want to go, man?
Well, I'm looking at some weird news here. Just saw a headline. Haven't read the article yet, but the headline did get my attention. Wisconsin rubber duck bill racing to finish line.
Okay, oh yeah, I'm a turkey. Base me on that one, man. Come on.
The Ducktona 500 in Sheboygan Falls and the Lucky Ducky Derby in Menominee Falls may soon be able to operate in Wisconsin without fear of breaking the law.
Are you telling me that a duck race is breaking the law somehow?
Rubber duck.
The state Senate on Tuesday passed a bill legalizing rubber duck races in Wisconsin.
How was it illegal?
The measure cleared the assembly last week. It now heads to Governor Scott Walker for his signature. Nonprofit organizations commonly race the little plastic ducks with numbers on the bottom as fundraisers. But the legality of those races was called into question after the state Justice Department warned the village of Mishicot that its annual rubber duck race amounts to illegal gambling. The bill would create an exemption for duck races similar to laws in Minnesota and Michigan, which means 2 other states already dealt with this issue. Which might be the scariest part of this story.
I mean, come on, man. Seriously, guys, like that's a problem. It's rubber ducks, and they're gambling a little bit on it, and all of a sudden, well, we got to get the government involved in this one because there's no way that we can have rubber ducks going down a river that float. They're rubber ducks, man. What the?
It's the numbers.
Oh, I hate these people.
Fuck those guys.
They
the
put
fact
numbers on it.
The fact that they made a law was pretentious enough. They should have said when they got this information, are you guys really arresting people for rubber ducks, man? Cops? Seriously? There should have been a sheriff that would be smart enough to go, okay, we're not going to arrest anybody for this, right?
Okay. The Justice Department even sending the letter to the village of Mishicot should just be smacked.
Yeah, I got problems here, man. This is just why?
Yeah,
it's rubber ducks. Boy, just the
like
government.
I wonder
just can't get
if you
involved
put
enough.
a number on the rubber ducks for your kids, if all of a sudden like you're contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
Oh no.
It's possible. To be
Just
honest with you,
give them ideas.
It could be teaching them to gamble with those rubber ducks again. You're just a bad influence.
The biggest problem in society is the gambling issue and with rubber ducks. I think we should immediately ban all rubber ducks.
Yeah,
it's for the children.
Do it for the kids.
It is for the children.
I just want to get Google Glass.
Oh my gosh, really? You're still on the Google Glasses thing?
Yeah, it'll do some cool stuff. It'll do some. And you can wear it while you're driving, by the way. I looked at it because it gives you directions.
No, you should not wear it while you're driving.
Actually, doesn't the law in the state of Florida that outlaws just about everything?
All electronic devices, yes.
Yeah, so no, you can't use it while driving, Alex. It's illegal in the state of Florida.
Is it really?
So's your car stereo.
Oh, yeah, can you believe that, by the way?
Well, if you're on your smartphone, you're technically using a slot machine anyway, so that's all banned.
Yeah. Those damn radio contests. I am never the 98th caller, and it always makes me mad, and I swear there ought to be a law.
There ought to be a law.
I think there is.
Do you really want to win one time?
Yes.
You know what, Greg? This Friday, tell me how to open the
Probably
show
gonna
up.
get tickets to the state fair or something. When I finally do win something.
Get tickets to the state fair.
I have an all-access pass to that one!
I have an exhibitor parking pass. I have better parking than you give me with this contest.
Oh, you had good parking, huh?
I did.
We did not.
No.
I never had the good parking.
No, we didn't get the
Well,
good parking.
I guess it depends on your perspective of good parking because it's just on the other side of the fence from the marsh that everybody else parks in. It's still a marsh. It's just on the other side of the chain link fence.
I think it depends on your perspective of Kate Upton, to be honest with you.
Well, that's a whole different perspective.
Yeah, that's another thing, by the way. I know I'm going off on another off the rails tangent here, but
He is off the rails of the off the rail.
yes, how are these tanks for the cops okay?
That is back on the rails, actually.
That's like what we talk about.
That is an actual Friday show topic.
And like if yeah, okay, all right. Well, we'll go down somewhere else then.
Okay, more weird news from Wisconsin. February 18th is Elm Farm Ollie Day, commemorating the first flight in a plane by a cow.
What?
And,
what? Hold on a second here. What did you do?
I don't think Greg did it.
I certainly did not make this up. I couldn't. I'm not that good.
What did Greg do with a cow in a plane?
I did not join the Mile High Club with a cow. I would never call her that to her face anyway.
Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, no, he didn't.
That was horrible. Like, I didn't even know it was going to go there.
Anyway, an article posted over at rootsweb.ancestry.com tells us that Elm Farm Ollie, a.k.a. Sunnymead Ollie, Nellie J, or Sky Queen, is remembered each year at the Dairy Festival in Mount Horeb, Wisconsin.
Is it Mount Horeb?
I don't know how to pronounce these names up there. But really, to me, this is all South Canada. This is Wisconsin. Come on.
Just South Canada, huh?
It's just South Canada to me.
Now, do you feel the same way about upstate New York?
Absolutely.
See,
that is also
I told
South
you.
Canada.
Is that South Canada too?
Buffalo is South Canada.
Buffalo is, you are a Southern Canadian.
Yes, absolutely.
What are you looking at?
I'm going to tell you in a second. on Greg's going on Greg's theme here. Going on Greg's themes that he had, I wanted to find a small town in Iowa, and I want to look at their calendar and I want to see what's on it.
Find some weird holiday that's only celebrated.
I just
by
want to. I'm looking for the
in
calendar.
that
I don't
town.
even think I can find it, but that's just because I can't read right now. I don't think. I don't think I'm actually able to read at this moment in time. Library, police, garbage, fire, city council, council agenda, job openings, forms, and feedback.
Here's a good story while you figure that out.
All right.
Kayla Finley rented the movie Monster-in-Law on VHS in 2005. Something she likely had forgotten all about in the years since. But back in the day when you rented a VHS tape, two things were expected of you. 1, be kind and rewind. 2, return the tape. Kayla forgot number 2, so the store, which has since gone out of business, obviously filed a criminal complaint.
What?
Now, I told you that story so I could tell you this. During a routine records check on the young lady, the 9-year-old warrant for failure to return a VHS tape turned up. Miss Finley was subsequently arrested and jailed for the offense. So be warned by this cautionary tale. If you have any old movies laying around the house that you forgot all about, return them. And for God's sakes, be kind and rewind.
Now, isn't there a statute of limitations on that? I mean, at some point you just
Like
can't.
you could actually damage somebody to the point where you put them in the hospital, and there's a time frame where the cops can't come and get you.
Once the technology is obsolete, can we no longer arrest people for it?
Or when the store is out of business.
Yeah. The store is out of the business. You can't even buy a VHS player anymore. What are they going to do with the tape if I give it back to them?
You're going to return it to an empty building. Or you're going to return it and someone's going to go, we sell clothes here.
You got to go take it back to Sports Authority.
You got to go, thanks. That's funny. Well, I found a burglary suspect that was arrested. Just a routine burglary. They go in there. They start dusting for fingerprints. We're going to find this person. But this was a little different. He was arrested pretty quickly since he left his wallet at the crime scene.
That'll do it.
What? He
He actually, and this is the funniest thing, he burglarized a Dallas police officer's apartment.
Well.
And took the service weapon and the ammunition. Oh my gosh.
Wow, that's a good time.
And then he left his wallet behind. Now, you remember when the little light shoes, when they put the little lights in the shoes and those first came out?
Mm-hmm.
About 2 weeks after they came out, there was an actual story of someone that robbed a convenience store and was being chased through the woods. And the reason why they found them and could stay on them is because they're lighted shoes.
Probably slowed down by their baggy pants as well.
I was watching it. It was like the shoes had just come out. I'm like, oh, that's hysterical. There was another one that happened right around the same time. And this was local. These are all local stories. Well, that one was in Dallas. But these ones that I'm telling you, I only know because they were local. Some kid went to rob a liquor store. And the lady says, I can't let you have it until I know you're 21. And he showed the ID. She just remembered his name and address and called the police. She gave him the liquor, was like, okay, here you go. Called the police and said, yeah, I know where he lives.
He gave me his ID.
Sometimes you just gotta love that, like, criminals are dumb.
Yeah. Sometimes they just make it real easy on the cops,
No, where did you say you were from, Greg?
Well, I grew up in Indianapolis, Indiana.
So that was a big city, though, right?
Yeah.
So you never lived in, like, a small city. What's, like, the smallest city you ever lived in?
Well, like, I never lived in a small town, but my parents both grew up in small towns, so I would end up in the small towns quite often. Why are you looking for another small town?
Well, I know of a small town, actually, but...
Do you care to share what you've been
yeah,
doing?
The reason I'm saying is, okay, when I was born, I was actually born... Like, my parents lived in the country, actually. But the closest town to where I was born in was actually not Walk-On, Iowa, actually. It was called Postville, Iowa, is the name of the town. Now, this town probably has, as it stands right now, I think 500 people total. I don't even know if it's that big right now. It's only a couple streets, actually. Postville itself is like one street that goes this way and then like 5 or 6 that go that way.
Like 4 last names in the phone book.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think exactly because it was really one of those things where it's so small. But it's funny though. Like it's actually like it's very, very small. I didn't even realize that was an actual like
Town?
I didn't realize like what they actually did when it came to local government there. I've never seen anything. Like there's not enough people there to really, there's not many people that live there. I'm looking for, and I'm on their website right now, history of it.
So like everybody who lives there is part of the government, aren't they?
Right.
No. Mostly what it is. No, mostly who lives in Postville is people that also had farms out there, and that people were farmers because it's right in the middle of farm country. Like it was right. I mean, there's farms that go miles this way, that way, like farmland all around it, and then you get to Walk On, which is maybe 20 miles away. I mean, you have to go through some dirt roads even. Like it's country.
Here there be dragons.
Like when I used to have family reunions, they have them at Postville. There's like a nice church there with a big, like, don't get me wrong, it's a small town, but it's not like it's a dingy town. It's not like it's really fancy either. It's just small and old and clean. With a nice bar. Actually, with two nice bars. Last time I was up there, last time I went up to see my family, I'm now old enough to go up there and drink, right? So I take advantage of that. And I go up there and I drink. Like, I used to go when I was a kid to this one bar in Postville, and my dad used to go there and play euchre with his other buddies, right? They would go to this bar and they would play euchre. They had tables on the side. They'd just play euchre and stuff. Having a good time, drinking up, having a good time, whatever, right? So I go there, I sit at the bar and get hammered. And they're like, oh, you're Denny's kid, huh? Oh, yeah, you look just like him. That's what I get. Oh, you're Denny's kid. Oh, you look just like him. Especially with the beard, because I was growing the beard out by that point.
Yeah.
Last time I went up there, at least. And with the beard, I looked just like him because my dad had a beard a lot. It's just funny, though. I'd love to live in Postville, but there ain't. I mean, honestly, it may only be a couple hundred people live in Postville right now.
Bet they don't even have a video store.
No. There is no chain store at all there. There's
So
a
you
bar.
Don't have to be
Couple
kind of
restaurants.
rewind.
A feed store. There's a feed store there. There's a big feed store there. You know.
You know what I love about the Wednesday show is that me and Greg can have a whole conversation, and Alex has a completely different one at the same time.
Exactly.
The first. Hold on, listen.
Case in point.
Yes.
Like he doesn't even realize that we're talking. He just keeps going with whatever he was saying.
They got lights in 1990. Just for the record.
They got lights in 1990?
No, in 1890.
Oh.
I was going to say, you did say 1990.
I think you said 1990 the first time.
What's next? Are they getting shoes?
I was like, wait a minute. That was like after you left. Did you not have lights while you were there?
Indoor plumbing?
Yeah, like here's Postville. This is the whole town right here. Look at this. There's a map.
Okay, I'm the only person who can see that.
Actually, you want to know something funny, by the way?
Sure, I'd like for this to start getting funny.
You would like it to start. Oh, it's not funny right now? No. That's kind of messed up, isn't it, though?
Well, it is because we're laughing at you. But
well, I'll let you do that, though.
Okay.
What was your funny anecdote?
I'm trying to figure out where I actually I don't remember all the names of the streets where I was I lived when I was a kid. Like I'm looking at the map of where I was a kid at. Actually, I'm trying to figure out where it is though.
Because you know what makes good radio? Staring at a map.
You think it does?
No.
Hey, you want to know something funny? I know that you can't see this right now, but there's this place called the Grand Meadow Cemetery. My parents used to mow the lawn there when they were kids.
Oh, well, that's
not when
exciting.
They were kids. When they were.
Let's go back to watching the map, okay?
Oh no, that wasn't the right place. I'm sorry. You're right. We went to small town stuff, and then it went all the hell from there. I will tell you right now, it's 34 degrees, and that's not a good sign. And you don't need to see that one nor hear it. You just think about what 34 degrees is like, and go, I'm not going there right
It's
now.
cold.
It is very cold, by the way. So how you guys doing?
Okay. You know what you should do if you are walking by a store and you see a bunch of indecent T-shirts and it offends you?
Buy them and bring them here on Wednesday?
I would wear them with pride.
Well, you're halfway right. Because a mom in Utah was shopping in the mall and saw a PacSun, and the store window display was filled with T-shirts that I guess had, models that were in almost no clothing. She found it very offensive and complained to the store manager. The store manager said, we can't change our display unless the corporate office says to change the display. So she bought every single T-shirt so that they couldn't be on display anymore.
Nice.
It cost her $567.
Wow.
Good for her. Hey, look, if you're feeling that good about it.
That's America.
That is America. That is the definition of America.
Supply and demand.
Yeah.
She demanded their supply of indecent shirts.
So she now the city code, this is funny. The city code actually prohibits anyone from putting explicit sexual material on public display. I think that's why she was so offended, because she thought, well, you're breaking the law. But I guess she didn't realize we all are all the time. But, that's another story for a different day. But she was very upset, and she complained. Nobody would do anything, so she just bought all the T-shirts. Where?
Alex just got up and left the room.
Like no explanation, no hey, I'll be right back, no nothing. He just left.
Explosive diarrhea. Oh, he's getting his Powerball tickets.
Are you kidding?
Let's see.
It's $400 million. I
never
check mine.
Look, I did subscribe to the idiot tax this week.
What Well, it's $400 million, yo. I'll put $2 down.
All right, here we go.
On a
Here we
$400
go.
million
We'll see if
bet.
we'll see
we
if
get
we
off
got.
air in 20 minutes.
Well, yeah, but I
can't
wanted to
wait.
tell people. I wanted to tell if there's one listener, then let them know.
Depending
cool
on
would
the
it be?
right numbers, there's a lot of people that are about to get told to fuck off.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. So the winning numbers right here. Here we're gonna go with this. 17. I don't have 17 on any of them.
And we just lost.
We well, we might win something.
But not the 400 million.
49. I do have one with 49. All right. 54. Oh, I got one with 54.
Is it the same one
Is it
with
the
49?
same ticket?
Yeah, it is the same one. It is the
Okay.
same one.
Uh-oh.
It is the same one.
Getting closer to earning your money back.
35. I don't have 35 on any of them, including the other one. 1. I don't have 1. And the Powerball number was 34. I didn't have 34 on any of the Powerballs. So I didn't win. If you get 2 on it, do you win anything? I don't think you do.
No, I think you got to
No,
get
you
3
have to
without a
get
power.
3, right? Or the But if you get the
But if
Powerball,
you
you
get
win
If you get
something.
the
Powerball.
Powerball, you get money, and any that you get beyond that, along with the Powerball, you get
Right.
money for.
Now, if nobody wins, it goes to 500 million.
And grows throughout
Yeah,
the
'cause
week
it'll get
as
even
more
bigger
people.
than that.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money, by the way. How much would you take home if you did that? 400 million. What's your take home there?
About 150.
$4,000. That's it. That's all you get. Pack of juicy fruit.
We'll give you a Fruitopia app.
$1.50 in some envelopes.
You have a lifetime. You have a lifetime supply of ice cream cones from McDonald's. Only if you sit on Ronald McDonald's lap.
Actually, you're only to 4.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Remember, because we went there, we went and got ice cream. All the kids were here over the weekend. No, it wasn't this weekend. It was a few weeks ago. And we're like, you know what would be really nice? Let's go and grab, if it's $1, we'll get everybody a little ice cream sundae from McDonald's. I'm like, that's a great idea. Me and Kelly go. We pull into the McDonald's drive-thru. So we're telling them we need, 2 strawberry, 4 chocolates. And she was like, well, hold on. We're like, oh, okay. She goes, I have to make sure you can get them. What? Okay. So now, 3-4 minutes later, she comes back. We were there for a little while. And she comes back and says, I'm sorry. Because of the time of night and because of how busy we are, we can only sell each customer 4. So would you like all them chocolate or would you like 2 and 2? I'm like, no, we don't want any then. And she was shocked. We ordered 6. That should clue you in that there's 6 people. But she was like, well, you don't want any?
Tell you what, you deal with the 2 kids that are screaming and left
Don't
out.
get the ice cream.
It's a dumb rule anyway.
Not only is it a dumb rule, it's an even dumber rule to think someone who wanted 6 wouldn't want any when you can't give them 6.
It's just how it goes. A dumb rule gets even dumber enforcement.
She was so shocked. You don't want any? Okay, we ordered 6 not because we were just like, yay, ice cream. Because it's cheaper to get a gallon in the store than the $6 for your stupid ice creams.
Yeah.
But we wanted every person to have an ice cream.
So thanks for not selling it to us, Nick.
And then we're even and she can hear there's 2 people because Kelly ordered some, then I ordered a couple, because we had the flavors, and there was 2 people. She was per customer, but she wouldn't sell us 6 because we were the same car, even though we had 2 people in the car. It was just we ended up somewhere else.
Well, they lost out, man. Free market for you right there.
Yeah. Well,
God bless
actually,
America.
we lost out too because we ended up getting from Dairy Queen, and it was half the amount of ice cream for twice as much money.
Yeah. That's America.
I got a
We're
question.
like, these should be good because they were twice the price, and then it's little shots of ice cream. A freaking shot glass of ice cream.
Yeah, I hate those desserts. By the way. You ever seen those desserts at Applebee's and places like that?
Yeah.
Like the shot glass of chocolate cake. Like, screw you, man. You know what kind of an asshole puts chocolate cake in a shot glass, by the way? Like, that takes a special kind of asshole right there. It's like, would you like a bite of chocolate cake? Like, screw you. I only get one bite of chocolate cake, and you pay $5 for it? God, I punch you in the mouth. It's an insult to even put that on the menu.
I'm about to violate the non-aggression principle.
They started it. They started it. Don't serve it. Don't serve
Don't
that,
serve
man.
me a bite of cake for $5. You ought to have your ass whooped.
You ought to have your ass whooped for that. That's an ass whoopable offense.
But you remember those little things we got from Dairy Queen that night? Remember when we came home? You're like, well, what's this? Like, he's like, I thought you were getting Sundays. We're like, we did. There you go. He's like,
it's depressing. It's more like a Monday.
You got a suh. That's what you got. Oh, you got a suh.
He's like, that's it?
That's all you get? I'll punch you in the mouth. Bringing that shit home. You know, perpetuating the cycle. That's what you're doing when you bring that to the house, man. Let me ask you a question, man. When you're stressed out, man, do you want people to console you?
Actually, no. Typically, I don't.
All right, man. What if you were an elephant, man? Do you think you would you want to be consoled then?
Last time you imagined yourself as an elephant.
And do you think elephants console each other right
I
now
don't know how
without being
stressed
you?
out I'd be as an elephant.
Well, listen. Elephants not only recognize when a member of their group is stressed, they offer comfort in the form of reassuring touches and chirping noises, reports National Geographic, by the way.
Well,
really?
I'm not making that up.
I completely
Well, they might
agree
be
with
making
like
it
the
up.
reassuring touches. I think that's very nice, and but I think if I'm upset and you chirp at me, I actually make it slightly more upset.
Actually, my son does that, and it makes me upset. He chirps like a bird all the damn time, and it drives me nuts.
So it's not calm and soothing.
No, not at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry
The
you feel that way.
affectionate touches are certainly coming.
Don't know how affectionate they are. Yeah, but no, I can understand reassuring touches. You're sad. Someone be like, "Oh, are you okay?" But chirping, no.
You don't like to be chirped, huh?
I don't like to be chirped at. No.
I think me and Alex are at the same place, though. Because I just saw his story. But I found another one that looks really cool. We should take this test. The Legislative Reference Library of Texas. They're the ones who organize the data and research the history of legislation in the state of Texas. And National Geographic contacted the library to learn more about the strange legislation that they've unearthed. And they've set up a little quiz here.
Okay, let's take the quiz.
Do you know your laws? Take our Texas law quiz. So let's.
I can admit I probably don't know the laws in Texas, but I'll take it anyway.
Well, I think it's interesting to see what's true and what's not here. Question 1: Is it illegal to milk another person's cow?
I'm going to go with yes.
I'm going to go with yes on that, too.
Is that an existing law, removed law, or not a law?
I'm going to say existing.
Existing?
I think I'm going to have to go with existing on that, too. That sounds like it's an existing law.
Okay, we're gonna say existing law. Question 2: You must notify a newspaper before modifying the weather. Existing law, removed law, or not a law?
Not a law.
Not a law?
I'm going to say removed.
Well, I can only do one answer on here.
Oh, well, crap. Someone should write this down.
I'm gonna do removed law. We'll do removed law.
That's right.
It is illegal to shoot a buffalo from the second floor of a hotel. I'm going to say that's a removed law.
I'm going to say it still exists.
I'm going to say it exists.
We'll go with existing. Okay.
We don't have to.
No. We'll put it to
At
a
the
vote.
end of the day, at the end of the day, you can pick what you want.
Yeah, I do have the mouse. It is illegal to introduce weeds onto another person's property. I'm going to say that's an existing law.
I'm going to say that's existing.
I'm going to go with removed on that one, but I lose, so you have to go with
Depends on the weed, but,
Well, some of them are definitely.
Well, okay. It is illegal to milk another person's cow. That is a removed law.
Oh, they removed
What did
it.
we say? It was current?
We said
We
current.
said existing. You must notify a newspaper before modifying the weather. That's actually still on the books. Yes, you.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. It is illegal to shoot a buffalo from the second floor of a hotel. That is not a law.
Oh.
And it is illegal to introduce weeds onto another person's property is actually a removed law.
Oh, they removed that. See, I think that would.
I don't think we got one right.
No, we did not.
We did not get a single one correct. And apparently, the only one of these that is still on the books in the state of Texas is that you must notify a newspaper before you modify the weather. The most ridiculous of the 4 laws is the one.
So, okay, I can't even. No, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Just okay.
I've introduced some gases into the atmosphere, but I have never modified the weather as far as I know.
I'm gonna.
I've had some stuff happen. I mean, I don't know for sure, but it's possible.
Is it like an attempt to modify the weather, or you have to actually modify the weather?
Well, I guess you would actually have to modify the weather before you have to notify the newspaper. I mean, if you're not going to modify it, then you don't have to let anybody know.
Because I think, like, I think that many people may attempt to, but I don't know how successful any of them are.
What, like rain dances?
Yeah, people pray for rain. I was actually thinking of praying for rain, but okay.
What? You were praying for rain?
No, I was saying.
Don't pray for rain. The windshield wipers aren't working very well right now.
That is true. And the windshield is cracked.
Yeah. You need to pray for no rain.
I will do that.
I think that's a Blind Melon song. No rain.
Yes, it is.
But I think
all I can do is read a book to stay awake.
And I start to complain that there's no rain.
He's dead, by the way.
Yeah.
I think so.
Died at 27 of a heroin overdose, just like all the good ones.
The H gets you. That's how the H gets you.
Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, Shannon Hoon, Janis Joplin, Amy Winehouse. There's others. You can look at it online. Famous rock stars that died at 27 of drug overdoses.
Joe Mama.
Why 27?
I don't know. That's the magic number. I guess like if you stay in rock and roll and you live past 27, you sell out. so like if you're gonna be any good and you're gonna be a legend, you've got to die at 27.
What if you don't get famous till you're 28?
Well, that sucks. Well,
you're screwed.
Most artists don't get famous until they're dead.
Yeah,
you know?
That's true.
Especially if you're a painter. I mean, you have to die before anybody cares about what you've done.
No, I actually went. We went today to the Salvador Dali Museum, he was actually famous before he died.
Well, there are a handful of them, but he forced fame. I mean, that was an interesting character.
Well,
he
definitely. Yeah, I mean, he was. Yeah, and the artwork, and I loved it. We had a great time. I loved the artwork, but it is definitely interesting.
Yes, I love the Dali Museum. I haven't been to the new one yet. I used to go all the time though.
Yeah, no, it was
I've
beautiful.
never been there.
I love his work. That's like one
Do
of the.
you want to go?
I mean, if you said get in the car, we're going down there, and like that was like we could do that. Like I don't know if I would not go. I wouldn't say no, I don't want to go. I mean, I don't think I'm running out the door to be like I'm going. I'm not going. But and I want to make some. Isn't that the guy that cut his ear off? No, that's Van Gogh.
No, this is the one with the cool mustache.
Oh yeah,
this is the one with the mustache. And
did you buy a cool mustache while you were there?
Yes, you could, but we didn't. And it has the clocks, the melting clocks.
The persistence of time.
Oh, well, you can just see that online though.
And you can buy prints in the gift shop.
And
I did.
We bought the book, so you
that.
can just see the book.
Yeah. Now let me tell you
You
something.
see how he was like, I saw that.
Yeah. Moving on.
Moving on. You know, a recent National Science Foundation survey found that 1 in 4 American adults believe that the sun revolves around the Earth.
Well,
20% of people surveyed thought they would die in the first 24 hours of a power outage.
So that means there's some people that actually know that the sun does not revolve around the Earth, and yet they still think they're going to die. 5%. There's a 5% difference there.
And 98% of the people asked thought that the world revolved around them.
Yeah. You know what? I want to see this freaking thing here. But they asked all these all these different questions and stuff. The only one they're really talking about is the 1 and 4 there. Let me ask you a question about this though. Do you think that at this point we can at least say that there is monumental proof that this was done by design?
Making people dumber?
Like, you have a public school system, right? Can you now admit that your public school system was a failure when 1 and 4 still thinks that the Earth, that the sun revolves around the Earth? Is that right? Did I get that right?
Yeah, you
The
got
sun
that
re-
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or I got it wrong, but I got it right.
Well, I mean, it was wrong, but you said it the way you wanted to say it.
Like, isn't that amazing, by the way?
That's why it felt wrong, because you were like, wait, that's not right.
No, that's not right. It's hard to say.
Can you believe that, though?
I can believe that people are that dumb. Absolutely.
But it had to have been by design, though.
No, not necessarily. I mean, I do agree that it probably is, but no, it doesn't take much for people to be dumb.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, think about this, you're now, it's a law. You have to go to school. I mean, up to a certain age, like they'll come and, fine your parents and threaten them with jail and everything. So you have to send your kid to school.
No, I just took mine out, actually.
Well, no, you can register and homeschool and things like that. Like, I get that. But you have to show some sort of education.
Right.
And yet, still 25% of people that have been forced to be educated still think that the sun revolves around the earth.
Yeah. That's amazing, by the way. It really is. Like, that's one of those things, like, I mean,
all of those people, they are going to have productive careers in food service and...
Well, until they up the salary enough to where they're going to eliminate them completely.
Repeat after me. Would you like that in a pump or a loafer?
No, that is way too complicated for what we're talking about.
You're probably
We're
right.
going, would you like fries with that?
until that job's no more.
Wait. You can't have 6 ice cream cones.
So you don't want any?
Wait a minute. I can't trust somebody who doesn't know that the sun does not revolve around the earth with the power of deciding how many ice cream cones I am allowed to have.
Do you know what it is? If you knock on 10 doors, that 2.5 people think that. That's some scary shit right there.
I want to find the half person.
That's just not right. That really is not right, though. I mean, how can that be?
Have you been to school in the United States?
Yeah, I have. I mean, I thought they taught us that though, but I guess maybe not though. Oh, Devo guitarist Bob Casale died at 61 too. By the way,
that sucks.
I guess he's not going to whip it anymore.
The University of Melbourne in Australia recently did a study on ESP. Would you like to predict the results?
Maybe.
Well, they say it's just hokum.
Just hokum?
Just hokum. There's no such thing.
Ah, that's messed up.
Well,
hey, are you looking forward to watching the new 300 movie, by the way?
I am. And I didn't think I was going to look forward to it as much as I am, but I am actually.
I'm totally looking forward to that movie. I really think it's going to be good.
I'm still not going to see it in the theater, but...
Oh, you're not? I think I might go.
There are very few movies that I will go see in the theater.
We just went to see a movie.
Oh, I can't believe you're going to tell on yourself on this one.
I am.
All
I'm
right.
going to tell myself.
Did you go see the Lego movie?
Yes.
did.
Yes.
Awesome. I heard it's great.
It is, but
It is.
there's something funny though.
Okay.
About
Did you
maybe
shoot somebody for texting?
No. Okay.
I don't know if that would have been funny.
A few months back, we were talking about how we buy the kids these Lego sets. It was around Christmas time. And you buy the kid a Lego set, but now, they're not cheap. You're spending
No.
$30, $40, $50 on a set of Legos.
Yeah.
And, so I had, 2 boys that were really into Legos, my oldest one especially, and he always wanted, like, for Christmas, it was like the $7,500, $150 set of Legos. So we would get it. But because I was afraid that he would, like, lose the pieces and you'd never get this thing back together, when he put it together, he would glue it. I would glue it, each one.
Oh, you are a psychopath.
So at Christmas time,
Exactly.
I was telling them this, and I think one of the kids actually told on me and was like, "Oh yeah, mom used to glue them together." And now my oldest son actually, because he's neurotic like me, actually prefers that. But the youngest one didn't, but I would do it anyways because I'm in charge.
It wasn't their toy.
So we go to see the Lego movie. And when we go
it is a little status by
we
the
go
way.
to see the Lego movie, and the bad guy has his his weapon of mass destruction is a bottle of glue. But here's the thing. Alex had left to take a phone call when this was revealed in the movie. So we're watching the movie, and now it just, because they show that the big bottle of glue ends up in this little Lego compartment. And now it's just a weapon. By the time he comes back, it's just a Lego weapon. He has no idea what's in there.
Yeah, it's true. This is true.
So he comes back and we're watching the movie, and we're watching the movie for a while. It was a super cute movie. It was really funny. And then all of a sudden, it's getting towards the end of the movie, and they actually show the bottle of glue, and all of a sudden Alex goes, and he looks over at me, and I'm like, what? And he's like, they made a whole movie to tell you how wrong you are.
You're a Lego terrorist. Everybody knows it now.
You were in that movie. You were considered the bad guy.
You're the Joker to the Lego Batman.
The funniest thing is, I realized that he was outside and didn't see it, but I'm like, I knew he was going to see it eventually. But as soon as we're watching this movie, I'm like, oh, this is such a cute movie. And then I see the bottle of glue, and I'm like, oh, no. No. Because I know he's going to come back and eventually see this bottle of glue. And I'm never going to hear the end of this movie, by the way.
Yeah. It was so funny to watch that and go.
See?
Whole movie. Exhibit friggin' A.
Everyone knows how evil you are.
So we're walking out of the movie, and he's in the halls going, see, that's just wrong what you did. They made a whole movie about how wrong you are. You're ruining kids' toys.
You're damaging children's psyche for life.
This whole movie was just for you and how wrong you are.
She ain't lying. She ain't even lying on that one. You can't. You're not supposed to glue the Lego pieces together.
No, you're supposed to. You're doing it over and over again. I thought I was bad because I break them down and put them into Ziploc bags so they all stay together, and you've got the same things. You don't have to search through 35 sets of Legos to find the pieces you need just to build the truck. But no,
now, that's a good point, by the way. That's a good point. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I just don't understand it, man.
It was, when you're spending $150 on a set of Legos, and then they put it together one time and then it's destroyed, that's a problem for me.
Yeah, but they use the Legos for other things, though. They make stuff that's crazy.
Yeah. You get creative. That's the point of the Legos. Get creative.
The point of the 150, because if I was going to buy the $20 bag of random Legos, great. That is what they are for. But when you want the $150 Starship Enterprise or whatever Death Star Lego thing, you're going to put that thing together and it's going to stay together.
Damn it, this will always be a police station.
Oh my gosh.
And we just found the totalitarian side of Danielle, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it right there.
This is the part where the libertarianism is shot in the back of the head. You get to Legos, and freedom dies. You are not free to build anything you want out of these pieces. You must build the police station. You will build the police station once, and it will stay that way forever.
For the rest of your life.
I'm just saying.
If
you want to buy the police station with your $150, you can do whatever you want. Build it up, build it down, destroy it, wreck it, do whatever you want with that bitch. But when you take my $150 and you buy the Lego police station, that the fucker's going to stay a police station forever.
something fucking wrong about that, man. There's just something wrong.
I'm with you, man. That is way wrong.
I mean, I even understand. Look, you have the freedom to do with your Lego pieces what you want to do. So I'm not trying to.
That's worse than gluing quarters to the ground.
That is worse than gluing quarters to the ground, by the way. That should be a more punishable defense or offense. You know what I'm saying. Just don't glue Lego pieces to the ground. Don't glue quarters to the ground. Don't glue Lego pieces together. I don't even chew gum around them in case it gets stuck. You know what I mean? I don't need anything even remotely sticky on there because it's hard enough to get them off as it is sometimes.
Yeah, so I saw the bottle of glue and I'm like, no. And then we got through most of the movie and he didn't realize it because it was just encapsulated in this little Lego thing. And I'm like, all right, I'm good. This is cool. I'm good.
Yeah, I didn't know where they were going with it.
Yeah, and then at the end,
beginning.
there was like a whole bucket of glue. And I'm like, no. And like the father comes in and like takes the glue and starts gluing stuff. I'm like, no, stop.
And then the light bulb, like you can see the light bulb go off. The bing. Oh.
And I was in the movie. He's pointing at me. He's pointing at the screen.
I can't say nothing though. I gotta be quiet. Like I can't start yelling. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could have.
You might get shot.
Yeah, especially now. You might get shot in these places.
But he's like, and I heard the sound. I heard the like. I'm like, oh no, he just figured it out.
Well, it's better to find out that you're exactly like the villain from the Lego movie rather than being exactly like the villain from like Silence of the Lambs or Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Right?
It puts the lotion in the basket or it gets the hose again.
It puts the glue on the Legos or it gets the wire hanger again.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I know that movie.
Wow.
Wow.
Whoa.
You went mommy dearest with that. That's crazy.
Damn. How about the beginning of it? Hey, did you ever listen to rap when you were a kid at all, ever?
Yes.
No.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang Clan.
No,
yeah.
I actually did. I did.
Do you remember
listen.
that? You remember that one? The one torture, motherfucker, torture. I'll tie you to a bedpost. Put a hanger on a fucking stove and let that shit sit there for like a half hour. Take it out and stick it in your ass slow, like. I actually can do it, but I don't want to say. I don't even want to curse that much because it's like every other word is a curse word.
Yeah.
I can replace it with the word Sally. Torture, Sally, torture. Torture, Mother Sally, torture. I'll Sally tie you to a Sally bedpost with your Sally cheeks spread out and Sally rock. Put a hanger on a Sally stove and let that Sally sit there for like a half hour. Taking it out and sticking it in your Sally slow like. I'll sew your Sally closed and keep feeding you and feeding you and feeding you.
This is a very disturbing song. Even when you change the words to Sally.
Yeah, even when you clean it up, it doesn't really get better.
I'll pull your Sallys out and bang them with a ball peen hammer. What's that? Bow! It's amazing that I remember it that way.
I know.
I could even replace the word with curse words with the word Sally.
Yeah, I certainly.
From now on, I'm just going to replace curse words with Sally.
I'm sure
You,
the FCC
Sally.
will appreciate that.
You think who was that? You think Dave and Lola will appreciate that?
Yeah.
Probably.
Sally might not.
Yeah, Sally
Do
ain't
we
gonna
know
like
any
it.
Sallies?
I
don't remember if I know a Sally.
No,
right
I didn't want to interrupt because that was a great story, but it is 12:38.
Yes,
I don't
it
know.
is.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
It
It's
is.
time to go, isn't
That
it?
story was awesome. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh, my bad.
The Lego movie story.
That was funny, though. You totally found out that what you did was so wrong. Have you atoned for your sins in that yet?
No.
You need to. You know what? You need to go out and buy a very expensive Lego thing, build it, and then tear it all back down.
Okay. You understand how our structure works here, so that means you're going to have to go buy a very expensive Lego set.
Well, I'll give you the money and you can go buy it.
I think what she should do is buy a very expensive Lego set and build it into something without the instructions that it is
couldn't do
totally
it.
not meant
No.
to be.
I couldn't do
I
it.
disagree. I tell you why. She should build it the right way first and then tear it all down and then build something crazy.
I couldn't do it.
you still want to go through the process of making it look like it was intended to look like, because that's part of the game. You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't do it once I had it all together. I'd be like, no, please don't.
No, we're gonna make you do it, and we're gonna be driving over a bridge when we do it.
Oh, come on!
Driving over a bridge and taking it apart.
You
at the
know,
same time.
I drove over the Howard Franklin Bridge today with my eyes open.
Did you really? Good for you.
I'm sure the other commuters appreciated that.
I bet you they did.
I did really
I appreciate
good.
that.
I did really good. I didn't hyperventilate or anything. I got over the bridge.
There's a turn on that.
Good for
bridge.
you.
It's a good idea.
Good for you. Good for you. Hey. We're ending the show on a positive note here, folks.
I think she's had some growth this evening.
Yeah. And if you'd like to call the studio, the Refresh Telecom lines is 1-800-525-4032. We're going to go ahead and end the show, so that really didn't matter that I said that. Oh, those websites, 1787network.com, though.
That does matter, because that's always up.
You know what? Well, you know what website I want to buy?
What? Merca?
Merca.com.
Merca.
I wonder if there is a Merca.com.
We're not looking at it right now.
That's
no.
America.com.
Last
No.
thing. MURICA, right? .com.
What?
Merca.
Bet George W. Bush owns it.
Merca. It was listed in the marketplace.
So someone owns it.
Someone owns it, and they'll probably sell it to you for $10,000.
New V Corp. That's who owns it right now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what you would put on America.com.
I don't know. Funny stuff.
But it would have to be funny stuff.
It would have to be all the weird news from the United States.
Yes.
Merca.com. All right, guys. I guess we're going to end the show. So start playing music right now.
Alex will not end the show until you play music.
I'm the music monkey.
Yeah, it's all on you when we end, man. Music, then I go, wow.
And he'll just end. He'll be like, okay, that's the end of the show.
All right, guys, it's been off the rails tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. If not, then
why'd you listen?
Yeah, then it's your own fault for listening all the way through, thinking that it was going to change from hour number one. It's your own fault. You should blame yourself. Choke yourself out. I'm just saying.
Then we'd have no listeners.
I can't do it for you because that would be a violation of the non-aggressive principle, and I can't violate the non-aggression principle. So.
All right.
At least that's what I'm told.
His signature's on a piece of paper that says so.
Yes.
That is true.
All right, you listen to Off the Rails. We'll see you next week. Actually, see you on Friday. They'll listen Friday. Liberty Underground show for anybody listening.
It's better Friday.
All right, we'll see you.